You're listening to the best of America's RAD Cast from our last episode here on the radnetwork.com.
He was a former U.S. Air Force intelligence officer.
Oh, crap.
Who died days before he could testify in a whistleblower hearing about UFOs. Says Congressman Eric Burleson of Missouri. If you look at Matthew Sullivan's credentials, he was someone who was read in at the highest classification levels and knew some of our nation's most important secrets. Read in meaning he's called into the briefing room while everyone else is told you need to leave. Only top-level security people get to hear what we're about to talk about. So he was in the meetings specific to UFOs that everyone else was told, you need to go, you need to go, okay, there's only 6 of us, here's the report. And he was going to whistleblow, and then he got dead somehow.
Yep.
See, I'm not a big conspiracy theory guy. And the government stuff too, conspiracy theories, I don't believe in a lot of them because I just don't think they're that organized, to be honest with you. I think they leak more than they keep secrets very well. But the private industry is different because I feel like that's even where, these companies that are going to lose millions, if not billions of dollars on something that might be coming out are more motivated to do this way, and that's what kind of makes me feel like it's not a conspiracy theory. That there's things out there that we need to at least get some answers on.
There could be some secrets with like the new technology out there too. Like maybe it isn't UFOs. I like to think it is, but what if it's not? Like with Lockheed Martin's like, oh no, we got this anti-gravity device thing, and god damn it, if Russia gets it, we can't have that happen.
You're talking about billions of dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're all plausible. And not only that, you're talking about literally national security. If you wanted to try to justify this, because Jeff's absolutely right. These were people, overwhelmingly, they may have worked at some point for the government when they went dead or disappeared. But now they were in the private sector. They were at Los Alamos Labs was one of them. They were working for private companies, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, and they had all of this information and this access. So if you wanted to put a positive spin on it, were they aware of things that we've developed that our own military doesn't know about? But the military, they're going in front of Congress going, I've never seen anything like this. And the defense is, we can't let anyone know that we have this, because if we ever do go to war with China, we're screwed because they've got way more subs than us. They are building everything up. They've got 10 times the troops we do, but we got this thing. And we can't let anybody know. That would be the only way to kind of put a positive spin on murdering your own citizen sort of thing. But then you get into the more likely darker side, money, billions of dollars that are involved, if it's the private companies. But these are all private companies that work with the government. To what extent do they make a phone call to a certain guy at a certain place and the government helps them? And in what they call D-track teams, the best of the best, to make, especially these self-inflicted gunshot wounds. Again, taking all of our knowledge from movies, this is something you've seen if you watch any type of action thriller.
Shooter.
The CIA, the FBI, at the D-track level, they are trained. And it usually takes 2 people, but if you're really good, one person can make it look like you killed yourself when it wasn't you. It's not even really like high-level stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm with you, Jeff. Usually I'm like, come on. But I mean, when it's once, when it's twice, when it's 13 times.
Yeah, 13 times. Well, you'd think like some of these people would learn to keep their mouth shut. I mean, didn't you watch Edward Snowden's movie? He opened up right away and he had to go run. And he was one of the lucky ones that got away.
I think that's what the people who speak out, I think like Rob was mentioning earlier, they feel like they're protecting themselves, saying if I'm coming out publicly, you can't chop my head off in public. But yet it's kind of it's saying that maybe they can. And I feel like motivation for money is I watch Datelines and husbands kill wives and vice versa for like $100,000 insurance money. So you're talking about billions of dollars. I feel like these people are more motivated to do something like that.
I could see that because Bob Lazar supposedly came out and said, I worked on alien craft and everything, and he's still alive and he's all over. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast. He's all over the media, and he has been since the late 80s too. So I could see both sides of it being like, okay, I'm going to do it and nothing's going to happen, but obviously it does, and that makes me question the legitimacy of Bob Lazar now going like, why haven't they killed that one? They just kind of.
Well, that's the thing. do they? If this is a conspiracy, they would oftentimes look at, well, first of all, does this guy have any actual receipts? And second of all, does he come across like a nut? Like this guy, have you seen this guy that's gone viral? He still works for FEMA. who claims he was teleported to a Waffle
I
House
saw
50
that.
miles away.
Yeah, I saw that.
Everybody watching that, let's pretend that teleportation's real and the United States government has it. They all looked around, all the government people looked around it. Nobody's going to believe this guy. Everybody's making the same joke. From
Right.
the Daily Show
Yeah,
to
I
the
saw
Tonight
that.
Show and everything in between. He was drunk.
Yeah,
He was on a
right.
bender. He wound up at a Waffle House and then a ditch. So they could go, okay, nobody's going to believe him. We don't have to worry about that. But then you get to these. So only a couple of these 12 had any indication they were going to talk publicly. The woman who said, we invented anti-gravity, and now I'm speaking out because if I get my head chopped off, you'll pay attention. We didn't. And then the guy who used to work for intelligence, who was going to testify in front of Congress. The other ones, there was no reason to believe they were going to talk. And the chilling thing is that, yes, that is the effect it has. It shuts people up that have real information.
Right.
And we should want that information. Look, you can think whatever you want of Edward Snowden as a patriot or a traitor. I wanted that information. I wanted to know. And I don't buy for a second it put troops in harm's way. Oh, did my wife and I have some battles over that?
Oh, I bet.
Because we just vehemently disagreed. So the idea that you can shut people up by just murdering others, pretty chilling. And how real does that make what they know? A more fun update. We've been talking about fetishes. And last week, the study came up. Whose farts smell worse, men or women? Answer women, says science. And then somebody wrote in, a few people wrote in, oh, you ever heard about fart fetishes? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yes, all right. The big umbrella is olfactophilia, which is characterized by... Now, see, this olfactophilia, this is not farts.
Okay.
Olfactophilia is characterized by sexual arousal or intense pleasure derived from specific smells and odors emanating from the body. It's often referred to as a body odor fetish. Okay, I have this. If my girl comes home covered in sweat from working out, I am on it.
Really?
I guess that's olfactophilia.
Yeah, the form
Right?
of it. Yeah.
It can be body odor attraction, sexual arousal from natural scents, sweat, skin, vag. That's listed. Perfume or scent preference, like if your guy or gal wears the same thing, it could have that scent. So that's olfactophilia, which most people go, okay, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Then there's the subtype of olfactophilia, which is oproctophilia, which refers to the condition in which you are sexually attracted to farts, flatulence.
Nope.
Now
It
you know.
is. It's hard to find people, obviously, that want to engage in a discussion about this, but anecdotal evidence suggests it's mainly found in heterosexual men who are attracted to female flatulence.
Okay. Well, it makes it.
So-
I guess it makes it a little less weird now, thinking that it's straight men or heterosexual men, whatever it is. But it doesn't seem as gross now because I thought it was like a big group of everybody. I thought it was just something that you either had the switch for it or you didn't. But
So it's not latent homophobia on your part. It's because there's a specific thing.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe not that. Just like heterosexual men are just kind of gross in general because I am one. So this just kind of it just kind of
Well,
makes
that's
it
an
seem a
interesting
little
take.
better that it's only us. We would be into crap like that.
So I mentioned I found an interview that what was it? Men's Health went out and they went into the chat rooms and they found a couple guys that were willing to answer questions, obviously protecting their identity. So here's a little Q&A on fart fetishes. When did you first realize you had a fart fetish? Johnny, quote, said, when I was 13 and I discovered porn. I found myself attracted to all things ass and anal, and eventually I found a video of women filling their anuses with whipped cream and farting it out. From there, I found videos of just straight up farting, and I was hooked. Well, sure, you're 13. It's whipped cream.
Oh, there's chocolate whipped cream now.
Yeah, it went in white. What happened there? Next question. This is for the other one. What's this guy's name? Patrick is the other alias. Did you have a formative experience that you can remember that subsequently made you aroused by farts? Patrick says, farting on each other was a typical way we'd fool around as guys in middle school. Really? Did I hang out with the wrong group?
I never farted on guys either. I mean, I'd fart loud, and it would like some people would laugh, and other people would be disgusted. We never like got our butts like, oh, I did fart on my uncle when he was sick and he was sleeping once, and then I woke up to him getting hella mad.
I mean, when I was in junior high, I think it happened. And it was funny because I think a memory I have is actually watching Delirious, the stand-up, like Eddie Murphy's stand-up.
Oh, yeah.
At like a birthday party, and yeah, I think it was funny. Guys would try to run up on each other and try to fart, at least next to each other. I don't think we.
Yeah, but that's like get the smell, not to be like, ooh, you like that?
I hope not. Yeah, that's a little different party.
Yeah, and the family stuff to me is different. Farting on your uncle, farting on your little brother, your little sister, whatever. But this was apparently a bunch of middle school guys are just hanging out and farting on each other, and that Patrick said, "Oh, I kind of like this," but he's heterosexual. Whatever. What turns you on about the farts? Johnny said people are broadly split into two groups: smell and sound. In terms of physical characteristics, I most enjoy the sound, particularly deep, rumbly, bubbly ones.
Oh no.
More than that, though, for me, it's the attitude, the demeanor, the pose, all the aspects peripheral to the actual fart.
That's disgusting. Oh, no. The sound of that is just disturbing anyways. It makes you think somebody's sick and got something wrong with them.
Johnny was asked, have you found partners who enjoy participating in this kink? He said, I've had partners who don't mind it, but they're not into it either. Yeah, right. That was a no. They were gamers. And then there's Brad, who at first didn't want to admit he was into farting, but eventually he decided to experiment. So he's struggling. He set up a bet, and intentionally lost with the wager having the right to fart in the loser's face for a week. So this is the old, hey, I'll bet you a fart that Dustin Hoffman played Darth Vader in Star Wars. Well, that's not true. Oh, you get to fart on me. So he did this, and he continued to lose such bets every week for a period of 2 years, and his sexual attraction to flatulence grew in young adulthood. He said, quote, I've had my face farted on by both men and women at point-blank range. I like the sound and the smell. The worse, the better. In terms of sound, I prefer the deep bubbling, like the other guy. In terms of smell, I like acrid sulfur. And I prefer the farter to be clothed. So he wants them farting through their clothing.
No.
Very specific.
God, I feel like this is a precursor to having the scatology problem. Is that what you call it?
Yeah. Scatology, where you're using full-on shit.
I feel like, this is the gateway drug to it. This is, you start off with farting and liking the farts, and the next thing you know, someone's crapping in your mouth.
Farting is a rapidly growing fetish as it becomes more talked about. With the advent of OnlyFans, the field for fart bottles is wide open. Mainstream porn is replicating it more and more. Don't do that to my mainstream porn. Come on. In fact, fart fetish creators are climbing higher and higher on the ranks of Pornhub. So, okay.
Okay, well, there's money to be made. I mean, I guess I could put my my terrible thoughts aside and use it to be an entrepreneur here and just start farting in jars for people.
And they never have to see your face.
Oh, they just have to have a nice butt?
You just put your butt right to the camera, and you just fart.
That's fun. I'll get some paints out. We'll paint pictures on my butt and then fart. And then you can get.
But I will reinforce what Jeff said. Not at our studios, please, for the love of God.
America's RAD Cast, only on the RADNetwork.com. If you truly believe in yourself, then you better be kind to pigeons. A statue will be made of you someday. Get it? They'll poop on you. Killer, you'll be dead. Who wrote this? Why am I reading this? America's RADcast continues now on the RADNetwork.com.
Hey, Jeff, did you check your cell phone? Check your cell phone, Jeff. There you go. Cell phone. Check that. I'll kill some time. Hey, it's Monday. That means it's Soapbox Day. So we have a new Soapbox at 10 a.m. like we do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today's Soapbox is about text etiquette. We talked a little bit about the update on all things tech and people taking detoxes, digital detoxes, get away. The Soapbox is about text anxiety. Yes, that's a thing now. It's not, but it is. It means you have anxiety. It just comes out in texting, and there's 17 ways you can improve it, or I have one way you can improve it, which we talk about in the Soapbox. 10 a.m. it'll post at theradnetwork.com. Right now we have food news.
Food brings the people together, both in good times and in bad weather. Sharing a meal, sharing a laugh, raise a glass. It's a simple pleasure we all have. Food, oh glorious food, it nourishes my soul and mood. We're now serving food news.
Food news is news about food. A couple notes. We still have the holiday pile coming up, which will be all about today's holiday of 420 and the various places you can get deals on food. So that'll be in a separate segment. Also, this is kind of part one of a food news segment, which I'll explain in a moment, but we'll begin with Kraft mac and cheese. See, the thing about Kraft mac and cheese is that it's Kraft mac and cheese. You know what you're going to get. It's deliciously goopy childhood. It's not mac and cheese that you get. This is all the rage right now, the mac and cheese at the restaurants. Lobster mac and cheese, all these gourmet.
Breadcrumbs on top and different varieties of cheese, and the more the cheese stretches off of it, the better. Oh, yeah.
Great. Whatever. I don't get it. I don't get it when they start adding in all the other crap. Like I make a really good smoked mac and cheese with 4 different cheeses, but it's just mac and cheese. What a way to waste lobster. Ugh. Put it in mac and cheese.
Okay.
And
I'll eat it. I'll eat all that for you. No problem.
Great. That's good. What I'll do is I'll order a lobster.
What you do is
And
you
eat that.
you eat the lobster tail on the side, and you take like the claws and stuff, and you put that in the mac and cheese.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about restaurants that serve you lobster mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And it's in there. What a waste. So stupid. But Kraft mac and cheese is bringing the restaurant to you now. Kraft mac and cheese restaurant edition is meant to mirror restaurant style mac and cheese in all facets but one, the price. And probably the quality. Kraft mac and cheese restaurant edition is rolling out at retailers nationwide this month. Of course, it has 10 grams of protein. Good, gotta get our protein in for our mac and cheese.
Yeah, brother.
Each flavor was designed to balance bold taste with the familiarity of Kraft mac and cheese. So here's your 3, and they're restauranting up the noodles. So it's not your good old macaroni, the watery Kraft mac and cheese. All right, so you got Parmesan pesto.
Ooh,
which balances herbaceous basil pesto with sharp Parmesan cheese and gemelli noodles.
What's a gemelli noodle? Oh, that sounds interesting.
Those are the strands that are twisted together. They look like braids.
I gotcha. Yep.
Pretzel braids.
Okay, those are good. I do like those.
Okay, all right. So, look, it's easy, it's quick. Basil pesto, sharp. These things always fall under the heading of you could make them yourself, but sometimes you just want it right now. Okay? They have Romano, cacio e pepe. This is a very famous Italian dish. This one delivers peppery richness and pecorino Romano cheese with pipette noodles.
God, sounds too French.
Just Rob's accent.
Maybe that was wrong.
You turn Kyle off.
No, it's too much of a mouthful. I don't know what any of that crap was.
It's a really good mac and cheese with the pipette noodles, huh? The pipette.
No, I don't know what the papa noodles are. I don't.
It might be.
They're pipette. Pardon me. The pipettes
talking about Kyle's.
Oh, okay.
I'm lost. Something went over my head.
Your
I didn't hear
accent.
you.
No, I said that might be Italian. Your accent.
No, it is hard.
French, Italian, they're all in Europe.
Well, the problem
whatever.
is, a lot of times, you might be speaking French, and then out of nowhere, it turns into Hispanic. Screw that up. Pipette noodles are they're small and they're curved. It's like a hollow C. They're slightly hollow.
So like the regular mac and cheese noodles.
But it's thicker, yes.
Okay,
but thicker.
I gotcha.
A little thicker.
All right.
That's with the Romano Cacio e Pepe. And then there's Monterey Jack caramelized onion mac and cheese from Kraft.
Ooh.
A first-to-market mac and cheese flavor that balances the savory taste of caramelized onion with milky, mellow Monterey Jack cheese and cavatappi noodles. Those are that's corkscrew macaroni. That's all that is. I don't know if you're going to be able to make the caramelized onion flavoring.
Right. That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I was just saying.
They put onions in there, or they like dried out like the onion seasoning packets.
It just says, it says it balances the taste of caramelized
At a
onion.
restaurant, I think I'd like that, but not on the Kraft restaurant style.
Because I'm concerned it's going to be like bacon flavoring and dill pickle flavoring. It's going to be like,
Yeah, well, you might have to doctor it up your own way at home. Add your own caramelized onion. Yeah.
Those sound trying.
I don't like how they're calling restaurant style. Like, weren't these all originally like home cooked macaroni and cheese styles before they went into a restaurant?
Yeah, I think it's just different than their normal box.
Yeah, maybe I'm overthinking that.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I think you are pretty much right. It's because it is so different from mac and cheese. That's what I think it is, yeah. And you can't really you can't have a boxed version of lobster mac and cheese.
No, oh my gosh. Of lobster flavoring. Ooh. You put imitation crab in there.
Hamburger helper. You have to add in the lobster. Well, that's not very fun. Thank you. Arby's has announced they're entering the barbecue era. They're releasing, as of today, 2 new barbecue sandwiches and a mac and cheese bowl.
Oh, hell yeah. Perfect. Oh, that sounds like summer barbecue. And yep, okay.
Arby's, they come out with these things that sound great. And of all the things, the only thing that's ever really lived up to it for me is when they bring back their fish and chips. That's really good. But all these sandwiches, I'm like, just doesn't make it. But I'll try. There's the pulled pork and there's the chopped brisket sandwiches, which are made with Arby's brand new brisket recipe, and each jam-packed with a 1/4 pound of meat. Both sandwiches are served on brioche buns with pickles and a choice of barbecue sauce, either sweet or spicy. Okay.
All right. It sounds good, but here's the thing: is they're not going to have some dude out front of each Arby's with a big smoker and a delicious brisket in there. It's going to be the Arby's fast food edition, chemically flavored, and that's where I go. It's either going to be really good or really bad, and I'm leaning to the really bad side because I do appreciate a good barbecue.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, and I'll tell you how they claim they're making this, and either way, it's not going to make up for it. That's the other thing, too, is being married to a woman for 10 years who was from Texas, I've eaten a lot of really good barbecue. And there's certain things that are just like there are many barbecue places within the Northern California area. None of them even come close. The closest I've ever found is in L.A. There's a place down in L.A. that Christina and I went to for when we were there for Ricky Gervais. It was just, and Bo, by the way, it was a dude that had moved out from Texas. And it's hard to find really good. But I'll give Arby's a chance. I'm not going to hate on them just from the very beginning. As for the mac and cheese, you can get a mac bowl that comes with a 1/4 pound of slow smoked pulled pork or chopped brisket. So same thing, atop with white cheddar mac and cheese finished off with onions. Okay, so it's all sweet or barbecue. Now, here's what they say. The chain's pulled pork is hickory smoked for 4 hours, while the chopped brisket is smoked for 13 hours. Okay.
Oh.
Very likely. But it's done at Arby's 4 major regional headquarters, right? And then they vacuum seal it and send it out. Will the quality hold?
I guess we'll have to go taste it and find out.
Speaking of, this is why this is only part 1 of food news. We're about to do part 2. I didn't want to step on your toes, Kyle. You have the food factor that'll be out tomorrow. At 10 a.m. on the radnetwork.com. But I thought this was an opportunity while I was doing show prep yesterday. Frozen pizza, I don't really have like a frozen pizza like go-to. Do you have a go-to?
Baron. Always has a good deal, and the sauce is delicious on it, and the crust is perfect because it crunches when you cut it if you cook it perfectly. And there's room to add extra toppings.
Okay. There's one called Home Run Pizza that's really good. That I get now and then. But, of course, frozen pizzas, no good in the microwave. So you got to wait. Unless you're willing to really sacrifice quality. Which brings us back to Kyle's favorite, Red Baron. They're new. Crunch Time Pizza.
Oh, I didn't see this one.
Okay.
Look at that.
Well, it just came out. It literally just came out. It is designed to be cooked in the microwave.
Oh, excellent. And it's crunchy, huh, with the name, or is that misleading? Obviously it looks like an open box. Did you try it?
Here's the deal. Crisping tray included, so you can rest assured. They say the pizza comes out with a golden, crispy pizzeria-style crust, perfectly cooked toppings, and plenty of melty cheese. And they have 4 different flavors that we'll go over. So right before we started this segment, I put my Red Baron's Crunchy Time Pizza with its tray thing in the microwave. It's 5 minutes if you have an 1100 watt microwave.
I do. Yeah, that's fine.
And then it's supposed to rest for at least 2 to 3 minutes.
Nice.
And then you cut it and try it, which I will do live on the air. I have not tried it.
All right.
No idea.
That's
I
good.
figured why not? I need a snack during the show. So we'll try that and continue with food news after this.
America's RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com.
Some people dream of fortunes, others just dream of cookies. Which one are you? All I know is if that's funny to you, you're an idiot. And you're right where you belong, listening to America's RAD Cast on the radnetwork.com.
All right, so this is not a paid deal or anything. Doing show prep yesterday, I came across this story. I didn't know that if I asked, do you have a favorite pizza, a frozen pizza, that Kyle would say Red Baron. But
it's the top
it
tier
turns
of
out
all.
that Red Baron is the one with the new pizzeria-style crust. But the difference is with this frozen pizza, it is designed specifically for the microwave.
So I've got
You don't
one
have to
question.
preheat the oven or anything.
So with that box looks too big to even have a pizza that size go in a microwave. How big is your microwave? Okay, so it is smaller than expected. Okay.
Looks pretty big still.
It looks like
size,
a normal small size pizza. Like the normal ones
Yeah.
you put in the oven are a little bigger, but that looks thicker too. That doesn't look like your average thin crust.
No, it's a thinner, but not a thin crust. I'm a big thin
We'll
crust
call it,
fan.
quote, original crust. Okay.
There you go. And it's supposed to be golden brown, thick, and crispy. If you just microwave it for 5 minutes and let it sit. Now, when you were talking about liking Red Baron, did you say do you zhuzh yours up, or it's just fine the way it is, Kyle?
It's fine the way it is, but yes, I like to put a little extra cheese on mine. I take if I have a shredded cheddar blend or whatever, I'll sprinkle it on there, and if not, I'll cut some cheese off the block and I'll add it to it as well because I like it a little extra cheesy.
I'm a salt and pepper and jalapenos guy. I like to add those.
Jalapenos.
Yeah.
Since I wanted to do it, the way it's designed, I didn't put anything on it because I could do I extra pepperoni, jalapenos, a good idea, things like that. Now,
Is it hot? You gonna burn your mouth?
it's not. It's perfect. It's perfect because I let it sit.
Ah,
but
perfect. Yeah.
when I was slicing it, I didn't get that crispy. You're supposed to
Yeah.
get the crispy thing.
Can I hear the crunch? I did not hear a crunch.
No, that's soft. That's soft. No one likes it soft.
There's no crunch.
No. This is so my strategy when it comes to these pizzas is usually always put it in the air fryer for 2 minutes after it crunches it up pretty good. That's my strategy.
It's a big air fryer.
Or I cut in pieces usually.
Okay, so is there a Prop 65 warning label on that box with it being microwave and making it crunchier?
What does that mean?
That means it causes cancer, and the state of California has to recognize it and put a label on it.
Oh,
I
right.
don't see one,
Okay, wow.
but they didn't make it. They didn't make it crispy, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right.
False advertisement, anyways.
And the problem too is that now, Jeff, you've completely, not you, but the whole idea is ruined. You want a pizza in like 5 minutes. I don't want to cook it in 5 minutes. Oh, now I got to air fry it for another couple minutes.
How
no,
was
it's
it,
fine.
though? Did it taste good?
Yeah, it tasted like a frozen pizza from Red Baron. It's good, but it wasn't crispy.
If they send us a bunch of them, then we'll do a reshoot and we'll say, "Oh, it's super crunchy." It's right. That's right.
Which they should, because I just grabbed the one that spoke to me, the meat trio, which is a little misleading because it was mostly pepperoni, a couple pieces of sausage, and I didn't see the other piece. What was the other?
Probably bacon.
Where is it?
I bet you
it's
it's
like
bacon.
it's double pepperoni.
No, it's bacon. It's got to be bacon.
Yeah, it's pot sausage, pepperoni, and bacon. I was
Called
eating
it.
bacon on his
I
damn
know my
pizza.
frozen pizzas.
Oh, I see. It's these little. It looks like sauce if you look. These little specks of red.
Are those crunchy at least?
No, none of it's crunchy. There's no crunch
Damn.
at all.
Oh, it's so sad. All right, maybe you got to go a little more on the microwave. Maybe what if you go like another extra minute and a half? It might give it a little crunchierness.
See, that's the thing is now that I did it exactly as they said, I would be willing to go back because it is good and because it's quick. You know, those moments you're just starving, like, oh, pizza sounds good. You know, preheat the oven, all that. I think there's potential here. I don't know if we can get it crisp or not. And yes, I cooked it on the crispy tray that it comes with. Anyways, I did the meat trio, pepperoni. The other flavors are 4 cheese and there's 3 flavors. Sorry, 4 cheese, meat trio, and then just pepperoni. Okay,
no combination for the microwave. All right,
not yet. Maybe they'll roll some more out. Those are hitting stores now. And obviously, I got mine yesterday. Oh, Jesus. And I'm just popping stuff on my desk here. Don't mind me. Chipotle. I have problems with this. I need some details. Chipotle is bringing back its hockey jersey BOGO for the 6th year in a row. That's buy one, get one. It's time for the start of the 2026 Stanley Cup playoffs. Ladies, that's hockey. That's why it's a hockey jersey. Anyone who walks into a participating Chipotle, obviously you have to walk in. It's a restaurant-only deal. You can't send a picture of yourself on the app. Wearing a hockey jersey can get a buy one, get one entree. Each free item has to be paired with an entree of equal or greater value. Fine. Do they police this hockey jersey thing at all?
Does it have to be a real hockey jersey? Because I have a Gordon Bombay Mighty Ducks jersey that I like to wear.
Exactly.
Oh, that counts? Hell yeah, that better count.
I mean, you can have so there's NHL hockey and there's now a women's hockey league, and then there are minor league hockey teams, but then you can also have them for movies. You can have them made. You can have a hockey jersey for you and your buddies to hang out because you all call each other the Fighting Dogs, DAWGS, and is it just a hockey jersey? They don't care. There's no policing by the manager.
Yeah, if there is that manager, oh my gosh, I would be so upset. If you came in there with your Mighty Ducks jersey and we went to Chipotle right after for lunch, and the guy is like a big hockey nerd, he's like, "No, that's not an official NHL jersey. That's not real hockey. No, you can't have one." Oh man, I hope we would have to take a video and we'd have to blow it up on YouTube and get him in trouble somehow.
Especially talking about the best hockey player almost ever lived, Gordon Bombay.
I think it's
Jesus.
Never mind.
I'm sure that
no Mighty Ducks fans.
Bro, I was too little at the time. It was already
got the
a
reference.
thing.
Yeah.
But I do love the extension of that too, where, okay, let's say you walk in and you're actually wearing a real hockey jersey. The manager's such an ass, he starts quizzing you on the team.
No.
Oh, yeah? Which player had the most minutes this year? How many Stanley Cups have they won?
I'm sure that happens a little bit.
And then I go, that's why you work at Chipotle, because no one likes you. Sorry, that was a shot. Sorry.
Hey, I'm glad you work at Chipotle. Somebody's got to make me my bowls. Thank you. Sam's Club is coming after Reese's. Sam's Club has its new spin on the treat, the Members Mark. That's their brand, Sam's Club's brand. Mini peanut butter cups.
Ooh.
Comes in a 30-ounce jar featuring an assortment of individually wrapped milk chocolate mini cups for easy snacking. You've seen these with the Reese's and the foil.
Yeah.
Each cup is filled with creamy peanut butter for a rich and decadent flavor that shoppers online are already dubbing some of the best candies in the game. So, Sam's Club.
Okay.
If you don't want Reese's, or if you want to try something different in the mini peanut butter cup game. For the first time ever, 7-Up is stepping into the energy drink space. Good.
Whoa.
Excellent.
All right.
Who isn't? Now 7-Up is. 7-Up has teamed up with lifestyle sports nutrition company Ghost to create a new energy drink inspired by its signature lemon lime taste. You know Ghost?
I know of it. I haven't had one yet. I see them everywhere. They're very popular amongst the younger crowds. They usually have their vapes and a Ghost. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I know what they look like. Yeah.
Oh, the young crowd, they have a vape and a Ghost. It's not a vaping Ghost on the Ghost brand.
No. Usually when I see people who drink Ghost, it's usually the Gen Zs who like to vape.
Okay.
That's a stereotype.
Now, this is good enough. This is a major shift for 7-Up, of course, because it's never been caffeinated. And now they're getting into the energy game. That's it. That's like
that's it. They should call it Cracked Up.
The new Ghost Energy 7-Up Lemon Lime is simply the 7-Up's formula designed to support energy and focus, but it's made without sugar or artificial colors so that RFK Jr. won't be mad at him. I don't know.
Like,
so that's...
Does it say 0 calories on the can?
It said, well, on my thing, it just says made without sugar or artificial colors. They don't mention calories on the press release. Why, did you see something on the can?
Yeah.
That said 0 calories?
I think it says zero sugar. Now that I'm looking a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then you get all the people. Wow, there's still sugar in it, there's still sweetener in it, there's still
Something,
cancer
right,
in
yeah.
it. Okay, got it. Yes.
I guess the real important question is, does it taste good with liquor? Hopefully, yes.
And USA Today took a look at multiple fast food restaurant menus, including McDonald's, Wendy's, and Taco Bell, to see what can you actually get for $5. Is there anything left that you can get for $5? And of course, they found plenty of things. The problem is you can only get it for $5.
Yep.
There's no drink. There's no side. It. At McDonald's, you can get the handheld items like sausage McMuffin, English McMuffin, the biscuits, the McGriddles, but that's it. You can't get orange juice. Just give me that.
No, we
Okay,
got
well,
$7. You're screwed.
For lunch and dinner, their wraps and their 4-piece McNuggets. Those come in at $5. Cheeseburgers are $3.69. Hamburgers $3.49. Double hamburger $3.99. A lot of these I'm not mentioning because they go over $5 when you add in anything. You know, okay, you can't really highlight that the hot and spicy McChicken is $4.79. Most of us would round that off to $5. But that's how expensive it's gotten.
I know
Wendy's.
there used to be the good old days where you get 39-cent hamburgers at McDonald's and then $1 McDouble. And that wasn't even that long ago. It really wasn't. $5 could get you quite a bit at McDonald's back in the day.
39-cent cheeseburgers.
No, it was
29-cent hamburgers.
I don't remember that deal. That's way before my time. I remember the 35-cent hamburgers
Inflation
in
went up when you
1998.
got older.
Yeah, because I went to a pool party and we got a bunch of the hamburgers and I was all pissed off because none of them had cheese on it.
Yeah.
I do remember. I remember the price difference. I just don't remember the numbers. But I know what you're talking about, Jeff, because I'm a cheeseburger guy.
Yeah, it was.
And I do
for a
remember
time.
that. Yeah, 29 and 39, and it was always like, I'll pay the dime for the cheeseburger. And it, I mean, relatively speaking, in our lifetime, it's not that long ago.
No.
Can you imagine?
We had a soccer match when we were younger where a parent brought like 30 cheeseburgers from McDonald's, and the parents kind of threw a fit because it's supposed to be like a healthy snack, like oranges or something like that. We loved it.
Oh, hell yeah.
And where's the sliced oranges and the Capri Sun?
It's only going to get worse, too. What, in another 20 years, we're going to be like, remember when it was barely $5 to get something? Now it's going to be barely $10. Oh.
Yeah, but there's more of a sticker shock right now with fast food because it's like stamps. You know, when you tell people, I remember stamps. Who cares? First of all, nobody mails anything. But there's certain things that just like Jeff said, everything goes up, inflation goes up, our wages are supposed to go up, etc. The fast food thing, it's jarring that if there's two of you in the car, you can't go through the drive-through for less than $25. It's like,
25? That's usually just my order.
Yeah.
well, that would make sense. You're a big guy.
I don't mess around. I get what I want.
So Wendy's, they've got their everyday value menu, and that includes 8 items for less than $5. The most expensive thing is the bacon double stack burger for $2.99. Everything else is really cheap. Junior cheeseburger deluxe, double stack burgers $1.79, whatever. A lot of individual sandwiches at Wendy's come out less than $5. The Dave's single, the Dave's double, the son of the Baconator, the smarter one, and the classic chicken sandwich crispy chicken BLT. Oh, that's an easy name to pronounce.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Right?
The chain's chicken nugget orders all fall under $5. The most expensive is the 10-piece for $4.69. Okay, again, you're screwed. No, you're not. That's not bad. Obviously, a lot of Taco Bell's items are in the $2 to $5 range. Most tacos are between $1 and $4. Burritos are generally less than $5. But again, that's all you're getting.
Yeah. And crunchy tacos and soft tacos, they're like $3.50 or something like that.
Taco Bell is the worst.
Yeah,
of
I'm
this.
sorry. It's not that good or big enough taco to spend $3.50 on. Just really is. Just feels like you're getting ripped off. That's all.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard to get a deal at Taco Bell. I mean, I go because I get what I said, like what I want. I'm not gonna try to be a baller on a budget when I go to Taco Bell. But
Right.
McDonald's, that's where I used to go to be a baller on a budget, and I can't anymore.
America's RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com. This is America's RAD Cast, Call the show anytime at 888-587-5355. By the way, I didn't mean anytime in the literal sense. We're not here 24/7 taking calls. It's just a figure of speech. You can, however, email the show anytime. radcast@theradnetwork.com.
Quick addendum to the Food News Part 2 segment where I went out and I got this new Red Baron frozen pizza that's designed to be microwavable, and they call it crunch time so that it's crunchy. So I did it just the way they said. I've got an 1100-watt microwave. That's what they're doing it for. And they said 5 minutes and then let it rest, and then you cut into it. When I cut into it, I didn't get the crunch. And then when I bit into it, triangle. Now, a couple things I noticed. First of all, I had a few more bites. And I can see, Kyle, why you like this as a frozen pizza in general. It's actually a pretty tasty frozen pizza, Red Baron is.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had one.
It is a good quality frozen pizza.
The crust part. So not like the crusty part under most of the pizza, right? But the actual crust, what we stuff. That was crispy.
I was going to say that, yeah.
Kyle, you might be onto something. Maybe it's a timing issue.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe you got to cook it longer. I know, okay, like Jeff said, we can add in another appliance and air fry it, but then you're kind of defeating the purpose. But it was crunchy, the actual crust part.
Okay. So the outer rim of the crust was crunchy, but the bottom part of the pie was soft and soggy and probably disappointing in bed.
Yeah, yes, I wouldn't say soggy, but it was definitely disappointing in bed. Let's get to the holiday pile.
Christmas pie, Christmas pie, I can't wait till Christmas. I can't wait till Christmas. Christmas pie, I can't wait till Christmas.
249 days to go until Christmas morning, 35 days until it's Memorial Day, and of course today is
420!
The unofficial weed holiday, and according to a new survey, the majority of Americans are now saying they're down to try different weed products. Edibles are the thing that most people want to try. Smoking weed the old-fashioned way came in second. 44% are not interested at all, which is what's so telling about the other survey. 87% of Americans support legalizing marijuana in some way. 54% say legal for medicinal and recreational use. 33% said medical use only. This has been such an annoying, growing, obvious, what we call an 80-20 topic. Just do it. And what's interesting about it is 44% of people say they have no interest in trying anything marijuana related. That would have been me 10 years ago. No interest, but legalize it, because why not? Now, I've dabbled, I've tried some of it. The only thing that does anything for me are those THC seltzers. Who cares? Whatever. Legalize it. When you have that many people, just stop. Stop with your whole, it's a gateway drug. You're all going to be doing meth in 3 years.
No. No, you don't go from being happy, hungry, and sleepy to, I want to be tweaked out for 2 days. No.
And a lot of people, I get this a lot, and it's starting to get a little annoying. All these people who, when the topic gets brought up, they're like, oh, I've had these gummies in my drawer for like a year. I haven't tried them yet. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, just try. Just see what it is.
Well, and here's the thing is, like, a lot of the elderly people.
Don't be scared of it.
That I've noticed, because, you know, I talk to old elderly people. They come into the bar I work at. I cared for them for a while. They all say a similar thing. They all are interested in trying the edibles. They don't want to ruin their lungs because, you know, breathing in everything else they've lived through isn't going to cause problems. But they all say the same thing. I want to try the edible. I'm like, well, the edible is going to kick you in the ass like 10 times harder. So just be careful.
That's the tough thing is, like, when I tell people the same thing, that's the risky way to intro into cannabis, because it can be a little strong.
It is 5 times more psychoactive.
Yeah. So.
Well, and all of it, right, just in general, all of it is more strong now than back before most of us were even born. I mean, it's just the potency, even if you're just smoking it, it's just so much stronger. And then, your delivery system matters as well. But when you go back 40 years, the numbers were the opposite. 81% of Americans 40 years ago said marijuana should be illegal, and only 16% said it should be legal. Now it's 87 say legalize it. So at least they've all grown up and come a ways. to where they say, "Who cares? Just."
I think the numbers are coming out now where, I don't think there's a lot to be afraid of. I don't think, a lot of the statistics that were out back then 20 years ago about what's going to happen, like you said, a gateway drug or people are going to abuse it too much. I don't really see that happening too much. I think the same amount of people are probably using it, maybe a little bit more. And the state of California is making, I don't know, $13 billion a year, something like that.
Well, that's why it's ultimately going to be legal everywhere.
Right.
Money. And the federal government's trying to figure out, because it's illegal federally. This is why if you know
Right.
somebody who runs a dispensary, they have cash everywhere kind of thing. They're just trying to figure out how do we get our piece. The other thing, too, is there are obvious things like the gateway drug thing. You're talking to an old person or someone educated by an old person when they go to the gateway drug thing. The other thing that has to be acknowledged, and I don't understand why this is such a big deal sometimes for the pro potheads. You have to acknowledge you're still putting something else in your system that is going to, by definition, alter your brain.
Sure.
Permanently? I don't know. Damage? I don't know.
Yeah,
We're all going
there
to do it. We all do it. Okay, we all have something. We're doing something to ourselves to escape reality. Caffeine is a drug. If you do too much of that,
Right.
then, your heart's going to explode. It's just... Stop arguing with people who say, marijuana is safe. Well, compared to what? I mean, it's probably better for us than sugar, which is everywhere. That argument never works. It's just legalize it. Let people make their choices. If they make stupid choices, we punish them if it affects other people. Stop. I don't know what. And what is the story, Jeff? People that have gummies that have been in a drawer for a year, they got the courage to try them but never tried them?
Maybe like someone's given them to them or something, like maybe you should try these, right? And, anytime the topic comes up, I get a lot of people going, oh, I've had these for a while now. I haven't tried them yet. And it's just like, what do you, if you're going to have them or if you're going to talk about them, you should probably at least try it.
I've had gummies in my drawer for over a year. I mean, last Christmas, I think I got them. I got so many of them. They just sitting there. And that's the thing with the gummies. I know that the high is more intense, and I don't have time to do an all day high. If I smoke, it's gone and over with within an hour or two. But you eat the gummies, that's lasting almost all day, if not, at least half your day. And then you're hella tired afterwards. So I can't. They're saved for special occasions. So that's why they sit there for me.
Do they go bad? Stupid question. Do gummies go bad?
Mine haven't.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think there's an expiration date. I guess I could
There might be.
probably look that up.
I
before.
have not noticed because I have been told that they are weaker after a certain amount of time. But I popped one not too long. It was a few weekends ago. I had one on a Saturday, and it was just as potent as I expected. It had been sitting there 2 Christmases ago. It wasn't this last one, the one previous.
It's similar to alcohol a little bit, not as much as where you need to have certain things in your stomach or how you digest them is going to matter. So sometimes people say it takes an hour to feel effect. Some people say it's 20 minutes. So it depends on your biology a little bit.
Growing up in the Bay Area, it was always shocking to me as I got out in the real world and people didn't know why it was called 420. I'm like, San Rafael High School. Everybody knows that, but that's where it came from. It was back a group of kids. They were known as the Waldos, and they met every afternoon at 420 to smoke weed.
Oh,
and it caught on. It wound up being picked up by High Times. The story got picked up by High Times, the magazine, and 420 became the thing, all because of these kids. And they actually, the Waldos name. In fact, Steve Capper, Dave Reddix, Jeffrey Knoll, Larry Schwartz, and Mark McNernich are the ones that changed the world as the Waldos. I don't know where they got the name. I just remember knowing the story. Big deal.
You think someone called them the weirdos, and they were like, no, they said Waldos.
As the marijuana laws change around the country, Americans spent $30 billion on legal weed last year. Legal weed. Last year, America spent $30 billion, Americans. That's up from $12 billion the year before. So that's that's 250% growth in spending. Any business, industry, et cetera, would kill for that.
Yeah.
By the way, $30 billion last year was more than we spent on chocolate and Kraft beers combined.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, go to a dispensary and see if it's empty. They're not empty.
And you know what? It's so crazy because you get such a diverse crowd.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Everybody in there. Like I went in there the other day and the door opened and it's this fragile old lady with a cane. And I was like, Grandma's getting her medicine.
Right.
I remember years ago, my mom wanted to try some of these for old people reasons. And, she's old. She's like, now what kind of people are going to see it? This place? And I'm always of the mind, Mom, don't worry about it. I'm with you. It'll be fine. Because I had never been to a dispensary, but I didn't care. I'm like, I'm sure it'll be fine. And exactly that. First of all, she winds up in a conversation with 3 old biddies that are there because old people talk to old people.
Look, it's Ruth. Hi, Ruth. What are you doing here?
Dudes in suits and ties. And
Yep.
Well, it's everybody. Legal. So we spent more on marijuana last year, legal marijuana, than chocolate and craft beer combined. However, although it's anecdotal, a lot of people are pointing out that the legal cannabis boosts things like chocolate sales because we need munchies.
Right.
And they are seeing the increase in ice cream, Cheez-Its, candy bars, potato chips, other things like that. It can't exactly directly correlate, but you can look at it and go, that seems like there's a correlation.
It correlates in my life.
Yeah, it correlates in my life. There's one, I go to a dispensary that has a soda machine out in front of it, and damn right I'm getting something that right after I pick up the bag there at the dispensary, I go right to that soda machine, and I get 2.
Since it is 422, our in-house investigator told us that there's a lot of what is it where they pull you over?
DUI checkpoints.
Checkpoints today. So be cautious
in the
of that.
Sacramento area.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they do it on New Year's Eve, St. Patrick's Day, for
Right.
DUIs and such like that. And the times that I have tried marijuana, like edibles and gummies, and I just had horrible reaction. It was just not good. I was never alone. I was always with Christina, my wife. But the one thing that I did was I did the munchie thing. I've told the story before about eating 3 full bowls of whipped cream with caramel sauce. And I mean big bowls. It's oh my God.
It's munchie
And I was
time.
still hungry.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't go away. You can eat as much as you want, and you'll still be hungry.
KFC, I mentioned there's a few food deals. KFC is offering several deals to celebrate 420, including their pot pie.
Okay.
For 420. Okay. Wingstop has brought back its Wingstop Hot Box. Designed to take the holiday to new heights for the munchies and the late night cravings. It features the return of the fiery nacho flavor, which is a spicy, cheesy dry rub. And then fans can choose between 3 tenders or 8 wings, sauced and tossed in the fiery nacho seasoning and served on a bed of Wingstop's famous fries.
That doesn't sound too bad at all. Oh,
The hot box.
I'm starving.
Let me see. Who's this? Let's see what I want to get to here next on the 420. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, next up. This will be good for you guys because you know. Social media thing went viral over the weekend where people that claim to be regular marijuana users are talking about the ways you can tell if a person is secretly a closet stoner. So, like, for whatever reason, they hide it, but you can tell. Okay,
Yep.
You tell me, are these right?
Okay,
These are the ones I highlighted. Okay. If you ever can get a hold of their lighter, you just look at the bottom.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's a little mark on there for where they impact the bowl with it. So, like, when you're smoking, you want to pack down the substance in there a little more. Yep. Oh, that's how I got caught when I was a kid. I was at my dad's house, or not my dad's. I was at my dad's friend's house with my dad. He was there visiting. I came over. A lighter dropped out of my pocket. Suspicious off the bat. And they go, "Why do you have that?" I'm like, "It's a tool. Like in the Boy Scouts, you carry around a knife and a lighter in case you have to start fires places." They didn't believe that for a second. The friend picked up, looked at the bottom of the lighter, and was like, yeah, that's why you have this little black mark on it, huh?" I was like, busted.
Another way you can tell a closet stoner, they tend to gravitate to each other, whether it's at work or elsewhere. You just
safety
like being
meetings.
Gay, you just pick up the scent. What?
I mean, I think it comes up in casual conversation, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you're saying closet, though. So, I don't know. Yeah, you can probably smell it.
Maybe.
Also, they say they're clearly a closet stoner. But here's one thing to look for is if they call it marijuana, they don't smoke. If they call it weed, they do.
I don't know.
So I'm a little different because I've never consumed anything before COVID, pretty much. Before it became legalized. Never when I was young, never tried it. But I call it cannabis because, people get like lost a little bit when it's a gummy or when it's flour or when it's all these different, mediums that you can choose. So I that's what I always say.
I use the slang terms. I always call it bud or dank or Marijuana's just to be funny.
Because I think when people say weed, they do think flower.
Yeah, call it flower a lot, too. Because you have to differentiate now because sometimes you don't want to hit a vape pen or take a gummy because sometimes those vape pens will knock your ass out all day. So you have to distinguish and be like, do you have flower?
Yeah, right.
Does anyone call it grass anymore?
No. Bud.
What about what about ganja? Does anybody use that anymore?
If you're being funny.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you're making a joke, maybe.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right. You're literally making a joke because that used to be like, now it's so ridiculous. Hopefully you're making a joke over it. Does anyone still, even if you do roll your own, does anyone smoke doobies anymore?
No. Oh, the older people. Oh my God. Anybody over the age of like 60 says doobies. Hey, you got a doobie?
America's RAD Cast. Only on the radnetwork.com.
Remember, you get what you pay for, and you can access America's RADcast anytime, anywhere for free by going to the radnetwork.com. Don't say I didn't warn you.
One more 420 note. We were talking earlier this morning. This has nothing to do with 420. I promise I'll bring it all the way back. Netflix has released the second season of Beef. The original Beef was the road rage one, where two total strangers have road rage against each other, and then they spend the next 8 episodes trying to destroy each other's lives. This one, totally different actors, totally different characters, totally different reason, and instead of 2 people, it's 2 couples that are beefing with each other, although after 3 full episodes, it seems like they're all beefing with everybody, including each other at times. I find it incredibly fascinating. It's great. So that's Netflix, and that's been out since last week. Now, for Hulu today, Jimmy Kimmel, since he's not good at late-night TV, he's doing other things. I'm glad about that. He produced 4 20-minute documentaries about weed culture that will premiere on Hulu today. Get it?
Yeah.
4 20-minute documentaries.
Okay.
And it's
All right.
Nice.
4. Still with me?
I'm with you.
You lost me at Jimmy Kimmel, but whatever.
Well, I was going to say, this is like a Jimmy Kimmel monologue. No laughter. Here are the 4 the little mini documentaries that are on Hulu now. There's one called These actually sound somewhat interesting, a couple of them do. Highly Unlikely. It's about how Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle ended up on the big screen. Like, how do you get Hollywood to make that movie?
That's true.
Sort of thing.
Well, it's a great film, too.
And it's a classic. It holds up. It's part of that lore.
Yeah.
Now. I don't know, by the way, what Kimmel's involvement is other than producing. I don't know if he's narrating.
Narrating it, yeah, I was going to say narrating.
I don't know. Then there's High Times, which follows the history of High Times magazine and how its founders smuggled cannabis to pay for it. Oh, how ironic. Okay.
That sounds good. I'd watch that. All right.
The third of the 4 20-minute documentaries is called The Legend of Ganjasaurus Rex.
Oh. All right.
It's about
That's a great name.
Oh, I remember this. It's about the cult classic film that was made by pot growers as an act of protest against the war on drugs. It's known as one of the worst movies of all time, but the whole Ganjasaurus Rex was it was poorly timed. And I forget if it was the late 70s, early 80s, or both. That was not the time to be against the war on drugs. It's like being in favor of cancer right now. It's like maybe wait on the whole thing. So it didn't, and it was awful. It was like one of those movies you'd see in a classroom.
Was there a high ceratops in there too? No. Okay.
Remember. And then the last one is called Bon Voyage, about how the federal government set its sight on the paraphernalia industry with Operation Pipe Dreams. Oh, really? I don't know when that happened. Like, the government has time for that.
Was that why you can't go in a smoke shop and say, I want to look at that bong? And they make you say, oh, it's a water pipe.
Water pipe. Yeah. That's an interesting point. Is that why? Is that still true in California now that everything's legal?
I don't know, but remember, because I haven't been in a smoke shop to purchase anything like that in a minute, but when I did, it was one that was in the Sacramento area, and I went in there and I didn't think it was gonna be a problem at all because it was already pretty much legalized. It was like in the early stages, and the guy like was very, very strict about me saying that. And I was like, oh, okay.
I feel like the paraphernalia part is, I don't think it happens a lot in California. I'm sure not anymore, but I feel like it's in other states like Texas and other states that still have it illegal. And if you smoked everything that you have, but you still have whatever you have, like pipe or your whatever, they're still going to write you a ticket because they know that you have paraphernalia, which is pretty much the same, or not the same, but they get a ticket for it still. So I feel like
Which, by the way, Texas, it's not fully illegal. Texas has a very weird marijuana law.
Yeah,
they actually have access to cannabis that's stronger than some of what is accessible in states like California and Oregon and such.
for medicinal.
Not that I used to have be with a person who had family in Texas who would occasionally ship out these chocolates that you can't get in California that were just loaded with really high amounts of THC. Not that ever happened, but I am aware that there are some disparities.
I hear that still in like some dispensaries that sell for medicinal purposes, because people will come in with their medicinal card still, and I think they get a discount. It's like a lot cheaper than what we're paying commercially for it, and I do hear from them that it's stronger as well. These are like cancer patients and people like dealing with stuff like that. They get
some of the strongest weed I ever had was I shared it with a girl who was recovering from cancer. She had a whole box set of these little joints rolled up, and she's like, "No," I was like, "It can't be potent the one I have." She's like, "No, it is."
right.
And it was. Holy crap!
Have a great 420. We'll be back tomorrow.
Hey maggots, it's almost time for today's live episode of America's RAD Cast. So get some coffee or whatever illegal narcotics you use to wake up. Maybe take an ice bath. Please do something close to bathing and just leave everything as is. Set to the radnetwork.com.
Longtime advertiser Sue Berry, that's Berry with an A, is more important now than ever. Sue and her team have been serving Northern Nevada and the outlying areas for 30 years, and her experience in both commercial and residential lending is vital, as every day we're bombarded with news of interest rates, the market, the economy, and a bunch of other stuff that Sue can actually make sense of while everyone else's eyes glaze over. Now remember, it's Sue Berry with an A, B-A-R-R-Y, SueBerry.com. Most people think berry is spelled like a fruit or Halle Berry, but no, it's Sue Berry with an A, like soul singer Barry White's first name.
I've heard people say.
Stop that. Sue is a broker versus a retail lender, which means she can shop over 150 different lenders to get you the very best rate possible. And on average, someone who uses a broker like Sue saves over $10,000 per loan, which includes refinancing. And if you have a rate at 6.5% or higher, call Sue for a free quote now on a refinance. Sue Berry and her incredible team from Barrett Financial can be found at SueBerry.com. That's Berry with an A. I've been working with Sue and recommending her to you for years. All you need to do is call her now so she can get you pre-approved. Just call your residential and commercial lending expert, Sue Berry, at 775-843-9983. Oh, Rob, stop. You're going too fast. What was the number again? 775-843-9983. Or just head to SueBerry.com. The number's right there. Berry is B-A-R-R-Y. Sue Berry with an A.com. That's Sue Berry, B-A-R-R-Y.com. SueBerry.com.
Disclaimer, Sue Berry, NMLS number 366040, Barrett Financial Group, LLC, NMLS number 181106, Nevada 5091, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Longtime maggots will remember Greg from MAP. M-A-P, as in Maximum Athletic Performance, which guides you to better output through better ingredients, also known as nutrition. Greg has been on the RAD show many times and will be again, as he simplifies nutrition and helps us all understand what actually works when it comes to fueling our bodies, almost all of which can be found at maptrition.com. Every product is formulated with clinical precision and backed by science and purpose, and maptrition.com has something for every fitness level, even those of us who barely have a fitness level. With nearly 20 years as a nutritionist and a specialization in sports nutrition, Greg works with athletes and everyday individuals to optimize performance, energy, and overall health through smarter fueling strategies, all of which starts at maptrition.com. At the very least, we should all be taking daily multivitamins, and Greg has his formulated for exactly what a man or woman's body needs. Protein is in, but maybe instead of getting yours from mac and cheese with extra protein, you get it from maptrition.com. And of course, all things workout, training, and exercise are available as well. From pre-workout to creatine and other muscle builders to recovery supplements and more, all at maptrition.com. From morning breakfast essentials to post-workout recovery and everything in between, maptrition.com's full range of supplements, proteins, and wellness products are built to power your journey from start to finish. Check out all the products and find what's right for you and order it shipped to you all at maptrition.com. That's maptrition.com. If you've never heard of microseal, let me tell you what it isn't. It is not a really small marine mammal. Get it? A microseal? Oh, fine. Just ask AI. AI describes microseal this way, with a bunch of AI words. Microseal is a premium, eco-friendly, and biodegradable fabric protection spray that penetrates deep into fibers to provide permanent stain, soil, and sun fade resistance for rugs, furniture, and delicate fabrics. It uses nanotechno blah blah blah, and blue 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 blue. What AI is trying to say is that microseal is non-toxic, non-allergenic, safe for pets and children, and, although AI doesn't say this, it should, you need to contact a longtime maggot Joel from AdvantageSteam.com right now to get him to apply microseal for you. You can even make appointments online at AdvantageSteam.com. We've had microseal for years at Williams Manor, and it treats a lot more than carpets. Microseal protects virtually all fibrous materials, including wool, cotton, silk, suede, leather, and synthetic fabrics. It protects upholstery, carpets, rugs, draperies, and clothing, including wedding dresses. And ladies, you're going to need what? 3 or 4 of those in your lifetime. And it protects against stains, moisture, and UV degradation without changing the texture. Also, if you're an interior designer, Joel has a special program just for you, and all you have to do is say the password, which is what? What? There's no password, I guess. Never mind. Whoever you are, contact Joel at AdvantageSteam.com. And if you're an interior designer, tell him, I guess. I don't know. That's AdvantageSteam.com, where you'll learn more about microseal and everything else that Joel offers. At AdvantageSteam.com, that's AdvantageSteam.com, AdvantageSteam.com.
Remember, life is hard, but it's harder when you're stupid. We're here to help. And now, back to the RAD Network's presentation of America's RAD Cast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rob.
Stop. Stop with your whole gateway drug. You're all going to be doing meth in 3 years.
Kyle.
Some of the strongest weed I ever had was I shared it with a girl who was recovering from cancer.
America's RAD Cast.
We got this email into Radcast at the radnetwork.com. We were talking yesterday about Netflix. They just dropped last week the new season of Beef. This is the one that in the first season was 2 strangers. They had road rage, and then they spent the next 8 episodes trying to like kill each other or whatever. So there's a new season out, totally different cast, totally different plot. And we got this email from Jacob.
Hi, Jacob.
Says, another win for Rob. The wife and I put on the new season of Beef last night, and it's extraordinary. And you're right, no need to even have seen the first season. We made it through 2 episodes, but did contemplate staying up all night, binging, and calling in sick. Yeah, it's that. Like, I was up last night. Like, it was one of those stupid nights where I woke up at a stupid time, like, I don't know, 11:30. And I actually contemplated, screw it, I'm just going to watch Beef all night, and I'll just do the show with only 2 hours of sleep. I didn't, but I contemplated it because it, like, was that forefront in my mind. And this one, it's 2 couples going after each other, a young couple and a Gen X couple. And I'm only 3 episodes in, but it is great, and I'm not getting paid to say that. It's really cool. Now, Kyle, you saw all of season 1.
I saw all of season 1. I haven't checked season 2 yet. I don't. Yeah, if and when I have time, maybe.
See, I debated it yesterday. I debated watching it. I was, I had some work to do, so I was going to maybe watch it. But then the same thing that the letter writer just said, it gets me because I do want to stay up to watch the next episode. And we know that we have to go to sleep at a certain time or we're pretty useless. So, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I go to bed a little earlier.
That was a little passive-aggressive comment from Kyle who gets 0 sleep.
Kyle is very grouchy and irritated lately with 3-4 hours of sleep. I'm losing my goddamn mind, Rob. I hate it.
So now you said lately, so it's not specific to today. It's just this loop that you're caught in, that you're on the hamster wheel kind of thing?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, always good to know when Kyle's in grumpy land.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed. See, this is the beauty of not actually being with you, is that I don't notice much. Other than what I might hear in the background, because like on the air you're doing great. I don't notice the
I put my happy face on, but deep down I'm a grouchy asshole. I'm not nice lately.
Speaking of the Kyle and Jeff are in our Midtown studio, and I'm at my house, so every morning Jeff and I, before like 5 a.m., are talking to each other, making sure everything works, the connections and all that. If we have anything about the show to talk about, we will. Otherwise it's small talk time. And usually I wouldn't even talk about the weather, but that was like everything was fine. And Jeff at some point said, "So, what's the weather doing up there?" and I told him it's pouring, and he said it was pouring where they are. And I thought about it later. It's like the weather. It's like such a cliche to talk about. It's what old people do, right? That's all they do. They talk about the weather and their prescriptions and their doctor appointments. That's all they do. But then it occurred to me, the thing that's gotten more fascinating about the weather to me, because we try to be a broad show and not focus just on what's going on in Northern California, Northern Nevada, is the way people are so obsessed with it now. And look, it's weird. You guys have lived in Northern California, the Sacramento area, your whole life. I've been here for 27 years, grew up in the Bay Area, and this is goofy to be having and same thing with Northern Nevada, Reno area. I lived there for 10 years. To have the pouring rains, and then when you look at the extended forecast, nothing even close to 80, all the way into the first week of May, is just weird.
I'll take it.
But for me, okay, yeah. See, this is the thing. First of all, I like this weather. I like colder weather. I like rainy weather. I know what's coming. All right, we all know what's coming. Unless you're like brand new to the Northern California, Northern Nevada area, you don't know that we're at some point we'll hit triple digits. Blah blah blah. The other thing is, it's just the weather.
Yeah.
But that's not true with people anymore. It used to be way back, when we didn't have to fight over everything. There used to be an expression, "This is the day God has made." And not just religious people said it. It was just like a way of saying, well, got to make the best of it.
Right. It is what it is.
Nobody around you would say, "Well, what are you, a God freak? You a Jesus Bible?" No, it's just an expression. You can change it. You can just be, "This is the day Mother Nature made." Mother Nature, she's a bitch. Because everybody's so caught up in having to explain everything, including the weather, and it's climate change. That's right. Okay. Can't do anything about it. It doesn't change the fact it's pouring rain. My landscaping crew won't be here today, which means they're not getting paid. I had a check ready for them. They're not but it's weird, but that's it, right? It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I like.
It's lovely, man, because we had that little back in March in the Sacramento area, but towards the end there, it was creeping into the 90s, and I don't know if it hit triple digits, but it was record highs. And I was like, oh man, are we gonna be having like hot heat all throughout April and May? I'm like, it's still a long time till summer, and then that's gonna extend all the way into October. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for it. So I was really excited when the weather finally turned back down to the 60s and 70s and started giving us thunderstorms and a bunch of rain again. I was like, thank God. So I'm looking forward to seeing the last little bit of colder, stormy weather that we have before it gets, into the triple digits again, because it's probably going to be a hot one.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
And then you go, well, or is it? Because I had the same reaction in March. I was like, you got to be kidding me. 90 degrees in March. Yeah. But then I thought of last year, because last year we had like barely any days in triple digits. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, I don't know, weather patterns changing, all this stuff that I can't control. And so who knows? Are we going to? So in Tahoe in particular, but also Northern Nevada, very common in late June where you get those thunderstorms that roll in. Oh, it's such a nice break. It's like being in Florida, but without all the crazy. And it's just out of nowhere. The clouds are rolling in. You get a nice little rain. Temperatures drop, 5-10 degrees, and then it goes right back up. Are we headed for a new pattern where in July. Out of nowhere, we get this. I don't know. I don't know, and it's just amazing to me the way people get. My biggest weather thing today, other than my variance. By the way, I gave you the whole conversation of Jeff and me. So how's the weather up there?
Yeah,
It's raining. Yeah, it's pouring here too.
Dude.
That was it. When I let Sarge, my Labrador, out to go to the bathroom, so I opened the patio door. He's got his own little private bathroom area there, and it's pouring outside. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I love the rain. It's pouring. The winds are blowing. And then I was like disappointed. I don't have to drive to work. I'm here at home. I don't get to go out in it because I love this weather. That was the extent of my weather-related hijinks this morning until Jeff.
Right. I asked because, and the good thing about being in Sacramento is that we travel, an hour or so, more out where you are, Rob, and the weather is pretty a lot different. I mean, and go to the Bay, it's a little different, and go up north, it's different. So I'm always interested, when it's pouring down here, what you're experiencing up there. Is it better? Is it worse? So, yeah.
Totally. Because a couple weekends ago, we talked about that extraordinary thunder and lightning storm that the area had. And the first thing I was doing was texting people only 10 or 15 miles away from me going, are you getting this? Because a lot of times it's like, no, what are you talking about? It's partly cloudy and sunny here. What do you mean you can't see and there's lightning every 3 seconds? But yeah, that is one of the cool things. It's worth checking in on, and it is something that's on people's minds just in general. Yesterday was the Boston Marathon that we talked about, and of all people, guess who ran and made it all the way to the finish? Do you remember the name? Chelsea Clinton.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Bill Clinton's one of the daughters.
The only one.
Only one.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he had two. Oh, that's Bush. Bush has the twins.
Bush had the twins. Obama had two. But yeah, Clinton just had the one, that we all know of.
Yeah,
right. Chelsea Clinton made her way across the finish line yesterday and was greeted by her parents, former President Bill Clinton and Hillary. So, security isn't already high enough at the Boston Marathon, right? They were right there. She didn't run the race under her own name. So that's why nobody, when you go through the ledger, nobody caught it because she ran under a name. First name Margaret. She looks like a Margaret, doesn't she?
I don't know what she looks like. I'm kind of bummed out she's not attractive looking.
Yeah, and let me get to the punchline first here. You do remember what she did look like?
No.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. No, you don't.
Clue.
Okay.
I could
there was
not
a
put
thing.
a face to it.
Well, that's right. You were what, 10?
He was 7. Yeah, when Clinton left office, I was 7 or 8. Yeah.
So it was a big thing during the Clinton presidency that kids are supposed to be off limits when it comes to presidents, but there were people that are like, woof, this Chelsea girl.
Oh, really?
She's not going to grow up. So the update is she's 46 now, and I know it's not politically correct. I get it. And women are more than just a vessel of their skin and their bones. I do believe that, but woof.
Oh boy.
Oh, I understand she had just run a 26-mile marathon and she's not looking her best in the pictures, but she's given Sarah Jessica Parker a run for her money in the Derby sweepstakes.
Oh,
it's rough.
Right there next to Seabiscuit. Oh boy. Whew.
And yes,
you're gonna need a few.
This is the reason I brought this up, is just to make some comment about her appearance. That's why I'm a disgusting man. By the way, the name she used was Margaret Chase Smith, which is actually the first woman to serve in both the United States House of Representatives and the Senate, and was the first woman to seek a major political party's nomination for president. So now everybody's going nuts saying, oh, Chelsea's going to run for president. That's what that shirt meant.
Oh. Okay. No, it sounds more like stolen valor. She's trying to be somebody she wasn't.
Sure, could be that. Maybe she just admires the woman. Not everything has to be something.
That's fine. You know what? I go under an alias and I call myself Cody Simmons sometimes, and it's a knockoff of my brother's name and Gene Simmons' last name. So if I ever need to use it.
I remember I used to have a name when we would travel and go to hotels, and back when we would tell the audience where we were going, and sometimes I would completely overshare. Tell them when we were going and the hotel we were going to be staying at, and then it occurred to me I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
Because most of our audience overwhelmingly is nice, but you never, if people can just call the hotel in the middle of the night and wake you up or whatever because they have your name, and it was something stupid. It was Oh, I stole it from Seinfeld. I
Oh.
stayed under Slappy White. Yeah. That was allegedly his surname. I don't know that he used
Slappy White.
Okay, so I saw this story this morning when I was getting ready for the show, and at first I was like, I'm just going to throw this away. And then I remembered a couple weeks ago we were having some technical problems, and we were live, and I had to get up and walk away for a minute, and you guys had to fill time. And when I came back, if I remember correctly, you were talking about your favorite, I think, Disney films as kids. Does that sound familiar?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. That is a big possibility. I can't remember the conversation exactly, but
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
Is that what it was? Because I remember coming in late and trying to figure out what you got, because you were filling time, and then I sat here because I didn't want to interrupt you for a few seconds. And I'm like, wait a minute. Are you talking Disney films or animated films? Because
right.
it's hard to keep track of them and all that. So what was it, Disney?
Yeah, we were talking about like older Disney ones, like Lion King and Aladdin and stuff like that.
probably
That
the
was when
animated
when
ones,
we were
yeah.
younger.
Okay, so that's the list that came out today. Is not Disney, but there's an online poll of the best animated movies of the 90s. And the reason when I saw it, I'm like, what do I care? I was in my 20s. I wasn't going to animated movies for any reason. Oh, wait. Jeff and Kyle were just talking about this. So there's 4 on the animated movies of the 90s list that are the standout top 4 in this ranking and every other survey I could find this morning.
Okay.
And then it kind of peters out. So, what best animated movie of the 90s, Jeff, when you first hear it, what comes to mind? You mentioned a few there, but what comes to mind, best animated movie of the 90s?
Lion King.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as like,
Is that the best?
are we talking about like what I think is like what's my favorite, or like what I think is like the best anime, like technically animated? Is it just my
You
favorite?
do either, I suppose.
I mean-
I think most people go by their own. This is why people are
Right.
terrible at Family Feud. They answer the question based on themselves instead of remembering, oh, wait, I should be speaking for 100 people that I've never met that I'm taking a survey of. So I think most people go on their own. But you could do either or. I mean, The Lion King's one of the few animated movies of the 90s I saw because it was the goddamn Lion King. It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Good story
And I remember
and all that.
the soundtrack. Yeah. I remember them making it a big deal too about like, you know, they did a lot of promotion, a lot of like how they brought in all the lions and they did all the, you know, they sketched them out of from real lions and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of cool.
Compared to now where they just say AI, make me a lion.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And then you turn into a lion. It's very strange. So, did you go see The Lion King?
I did.
And love it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, Kyle, first thing that comes to your mind?
First thing comes to my mind, just because I remember the hype about it, is it's not a Disney movie. It's Pixar.
Doesn't have to be.
I think it's Toy Story was like the biggest hype because of how the animation graphics were done and how it was like groundbreaking material of the 90s of with how they made the film.
And what they did in this survey was they broke it down to the Toy Story franchise. You didn't have to pick, because a lot of people argue that Toy Story 2 was better than Toy Story 1, whatever.
Okay, we're going Toy Story 1 for the 90s, yeah.
But it's not, it's just animated, doesn't it? That way you don't have to keep track. It's like, is Pixar Disney, or wait, who's Disney, or wait, what about that DreamWorks thing? It's just animated movies, and Toy Story was number 1.
Knew it.
In the latest one.
Called it.
And The Lion King was number 2.
Yeah.
And then number 3 was actually already mentioned earlier. Number 3,
Aladdin.
yep,
Yeah,
the third best movie of the 90s. And then 4th, and then you have a huge drop off. And I'll give you a hint, unless you think you know. Okay, the 4th one.
Moana.
No, that was later. We were talking 90s.
No.
Hold on, I got this. It wasn't Little Mermaid because that was 88. Shoot, what else was in there in the 90s? Aladdin.
Oh, I was talking 90s. Sorry, I missed that part.
Lion King. Oh, and it's animated film.
I should know this.
I feel like it's Land Before Time, but I think that was out in the 80s.
Yeah, that was earlier.
God damn, what the hell else is there? Cinderella? No. I want to say Shrek, but I think that was 2000.
Yeah, that's a little.
It was.
Yeah.
Shrek was
Oh
2000.
So-
man, what else is in there?
They were like all in a row. There was like Aladdin. There was Lion King. What was like the next one?
Okay,
after that?
okay.
It came out in
So-
98,
so-
something in 98.
First hint. Aladdin was 92. Lion King was 94. Toy Story franchise started in 95. The 4th movie was before all of them.
Before all of them.
So we're talking 91, 90. It's not the Rescuers. Rescuers Down Under? No.
All the other ones I'm thinking are way earlier. Yeah.
What the hell was the Rescuers Down Under? I don't know.
I think that's
that was
like
like 80s. This is about these little mice.
that's like the Disney Channel.
I was going to
think.
say, right?
Was
Yeah,
it Peter
okay, no, here it is.
Pan? If it's Peter Pan, I'm going to be
Rescuers-
pissed off.
Peter Pan. That's like the 50s, isn't it?
Was it? Oh my God, is that old?
Oh, Hook, maybe Hook. That was it.
No, animated.
Oh, animated. There you go.
The animated. By the way, The Rescuers Down Under was 1990, so it would it would make it. It didn't make the top 10, let alone the top 4.
Big.
Okay, the other hint, it's not. It's much more of a girl animated.
Oh,
90s.
Beauty and the Beast. God damn it, son of a biscuit.
There we go. That's the one I was thinking.
All right, too easy.
Damn.
Too easy of a hint. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Toy Story, Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast. Then there's a huge drop off. Mulan came in 5th in the new one.
Man, even like McDonald's did a whole promotion for that when it came out too. Wow, that's what they about that Szechuan sauce. Rick and Morty did a bit about it too. And you thought that would be a bigger thing. I saw it at the Sunrise Mall movie theaters. I saw it later on.
What is it? What is he? Is he a what is he? What's Mulan? I've heard of it.
Mulan?
Story.
Oh,
Is that- yeah.
you know it, Jeff?
What is he?
Yeah, it's it's like a, I want to say Chinese. They're like
Yeah.
they're like Hmong or something
No,
like that.
I think it's ancient China. It's about this girl who wants to join the military, and she can't 'cause she's not a man, so she dresses up as a man and joins the military, and then gets caught, and they find out she's a badass warrior, and she has a friend that's a dragon named Mushu, and it's played by Eddie Murphy.
All right. Wow, way ahead of their time. Okay.
Yeah,
God, would that even fly these days?
it might. Yeah, the whole like the woman being a man. Maybe it'll do a lot better in today's world. It's more accepted.
So there's your top 5. Mulan rounded out the top 5, and then 6th, best animated movie of the 90s, Hercules.
I saw it once. I remember.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I remember McDonald's made Happy Meal toys with it too. I remember getting one of them. It was Hades, and his little hair lit up or something. He pushed a button, and his fire hair lit up blue.
See, I've heard of all of these movies at least, and I've seen some of them. And this one, okay, I probably would have said, okay, I didn't know they made that. A Goofy movie?
Yeah, that
Was
would.
voted the-
Oh my God.
Really?
It
Yeah.
did really well too. I remember.
Yeah, it still tells well. Like a lot of the '90s kids reminisce about it. I saw it. I didn't own the video, so I didn't watch it a lot. But I saw it at a friend's house, and it didn't really captivate me. I didn't get all into the hype. But nowadays, like when you talk to other '90s kids, they all reminisce. Like, oh, remember the Goofy movie? And I'm kind of left out. I'm like, no, not really. There's
Okay,
a
wait.
famous Cheese Whiz scene.
Because there was like a Goofy show. I remember that, like that did well, the Disney Network or whatever they had. And
Okay, so we're talking about the dumb dog, not
Yeah.
Pluto,
Yeah.
from Mickey Mouse. Okay.
Yeah. So this one
Alright,
is
that's
like
what I
his
thought.
son goes to college, and Goofy gets all sad, and the kid's growing up and stuff. They feature more of his son.
it's the Goofy family.
Can't be sad. He's Goofy.
Oh yeah, but when he
I don't-
has a kid and the kid goes off to college, Goofy gets really upset because his kid doesn't want to relate to him anymore, and he's growing up. I hope I have that right. I'm pretty
I'm
sure
not
I'm
sure.
right.
Oh, and his kid's Chinese too. Also, in the top 10, The Iron Giant finished 9th.
Oh,
Best animated movie of the 90s.
that was a dumb movie. I didn't like
Okay,
it.
and speaking of dumb, this seems to me like a movie Jeff's gonna like, just based on what we've learned of him. First, it's not animated. It's not in the traditional sense animated. Plus, this is one of the most overhyped, overrated movies of my lifetime. But it was ranked the 10th best animated movie of the 90s, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
No,
Oh,
I've never seen
God.
it.
Yeah, technically, I
Good.
guess it's animated. You've never seen
Don't.
it?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Don't.
God, I wish. Yeah, I'm on the same boat with you,
Yeah,
Rob.
because you might like it, Jeff. Don't watch it.
Tim Burton's crap is just disturbing, and it's not entertaining at all. It's like they
No,
put
it-
musicals behind it too, and it's just stupid. Oh, I hated it when like my cousins wanted to watch that every time we went over for Christmas at my grandma's house. They're like, "Let's go watch this." I'm like, "No, please, God, no."
I don't know where it is. It's not in this folder. I've been working on a list.
God.
I'm working on a list of things that and it's like 3 strikes and you're out thing, where I'll just eliminate you from my life. So it's not like really serious stuff. Like, first of all, I don't ding you if you don't like dogs. I need more information. Were you attacked by a dog as a youngster, and we've got to get that out of you. I ding you big time if dogs don't like you. Then I know that you're trouble. But I'm talking about like weird stuff, like 3 things and you're out. And like one of them is if you have no upper lip. Right away, I don't trust you. But I'll continue to converse with you. So I know that's on the list. But now I have to add. First, I got to find the damn list. Anyone who likes Tim Burton movies, just in general, that's going to be a huge red flag for me. Like, whoa.
Absolutely.
You have terrible taste. Dude. I mean, that's not like, oh, I don't get why you like that band. That's like you are demented in some way if you're like super into Tim Burton.
I feel the same way. It's the creepiest animation ever. It's like claymation animation mixed together, and it's disturbing to watch. It's not comfortable on the eyes, and it makes you think of death constantly.
Yeah.
Didn't he? Am I gonna screw myself here? Didn't he do Edward Scissorhands too?
Yeah, he did Scissorhands. He did. And then the only one, I mean, I've seen Edward Scissorhands, the Willy Wonka. He did that one too with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, creepy.
The redo?
The redo, yeah. So, and I didn't really like that one either. So that's like my only real Tim Burton, I think, exposure.
That's more than enough. Other 90s movies that didn't make the top 10. Space Jam. What's wrong with you people?
Oh, crap. That was a huge hit, too. Wow. I guess it wasn't that big. I mean, it was big for me because I was a big Michael Jordan fan. And, of course, it was Looney Tunes. And who didn't like the Looney Tunes in the 90s, man? They were blasted everywhere.
Yeah. I went on a date in 5th grade to that movie.
Oh.
This is an online survey, so it's not scientific. We don't know who's voting. And it's just based on what do you think was the best movie. But I mean, really, Space Jam doesn't even get mentioned in the top 10 or 20 or whatever.
Yeah, Bill Murray was in there. So was Larry Bird. Oh, great cast.
And Bugs Bunny. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Some other ones just by name I remember didn't make it. James and the Giant Peach. I never even knew what that was about.
That was a Tim Burton thing, too. I think the animation was very similar to it.
Yeah, I think that's right.
We watched it, and that movie was freaking creepy as well, too. Like, we had it, and it was on at the house, but I hated it being on. Like, I don't know why my sister liked that movie. It was so creepy and weird.
Yeah, that's a Tim Burton one as well.
Ugh.
A Bug's Life was mentioned.
Yeah, that did okay. I wasn't a big fan of it.
The Tarzan movie in '99.
Oh, yeah, that was, oh my God, the soundtrack to that movie was fantastic. Oh my God. There's some good quotes in there. Yeah. Yeah, dude. What's his name? I think is it Peter Gabriel who does all the soundtrack? Maybe I'm wrong. I can't remember. But yeah, there's some bangers on that movie's album.
Well, that sounds familiar. I don't know if we have. I know there was a Peter Gabriel movie connection. Do we have the right movie?
Jeff's in the.
I know we have the right artist.
Oh,
I know there was a Peter Gabriel thing.
It had to have been.
I'm sorry. We disturbed Jeff. Jeff's looking at something else.
I thought we were talking about it, and he started typing. I was like, "Oh, good, he's on top of it." Maybe
I was trying to see if Mighty Ducks is Disney, so that's what I was going to try to say. Where's Mighty Ducks on the list? But I wanted to double check that it's Disney. Either is,
and it's not a Disney list. It's just animated movies. It's not Disney, and it's animated. That was three strikes.
I'm going to start paying attention.
America's RAD Cast, only on the RadNetwork.com.
If you've never heard of microseal, let me tell you what it isn't. It is not a really small marine mammal. Get it? A microseal? Oh, fine. Just ask AI. AI describes microseal this way with a bunch of AI words. Microseal is a premium, eco-friendly, and biodegradable fabric protection spray that penetrates deep into fibers to provide permanent stain, soil, and sun fade resistance for rugs, furniture, and delicate fabrics. It uses nanotechno blah, 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 and blue, 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 blue. What AI is trying to say is that microseal is non-toxic, non-allergenic, safe for pets and children, and although AI doesn't say this, it should, you need to contact longtime maggot Joel from AdvantageSteam.com right now to get him to apply microseal for you. You can even make appointments online at AdvantageSteam.com. We've had microseal for years at Williams Manor, and it treats a lot more than carpets. Microseal protects virtually all fibrous materials, including wool, cotton, silk, suede, leather, and synthetic fabrics. It protects upholstery, carpets, rugs, draperies, and clothing, including wedding dresses. And ladies, you're going to need what? 3 or 4 of those in your lifetime. And it protects against stains, moisture, and UV degradation without changing the texture. Also, if you're an interior designer, Joel has a special program just for you, and all you have to do is say the password, which is what? But there's no password, I guess. Never mind. Whoever you are, contact Joel at AdvantageSteam.com. And if you're an interior designer, tell him, I guess. I don't know. That's AdvantageSteam.com, where you'll learn more about microseal and everything else that Joel offers. At AdvantageSteam.com, that's AdvantageSteam.com, AdvantageSteam.com. Longtime advertiser Sue Berry, that's Berry with an A, is more important now than ever. Sue and her team have been serving Northern Nevada and the outlying areas for 30 years, and her experience in both commercial and residential lending is vital, as every day we're bombarded with news of interest rates, the market, the economy, and a bunch of other stuff that Sue can actually make sense of while everyone else's eyes glaze over. Now remember, it's Sue Berry with an A, B-A-R-R-Y, SueBerry.com. Most people think berry is spelled like a fruit or Halle Berry, but no, it's Sue Berry with an A, like soul singer Barry White's first name.
I've heard people say,
Stop that. Sue is a broker versus a retail lender, which means she can shop over 150 different lenders to get you the very best rate possible. And on average, someone who uses a broker like Sue saves over $10,000 per loan, which includes refinancing. And if you have a rate at 6.5% or higher, call Sue for a free quote now on a refinance. Sue Berry and her incredible team from Barrett Financial can be found at SueBerry.com. That's Berry with an A. I've been working with Sue and recommending her to you for years. All you need to do is call her now so she can get you pre-approved. Just call your residential and commercial lending expert, Sue Berry, at 775-843-9983. Oh, Rob, stop. You're going too fast. What was the number again? 775-843-9983. Or just head to SueBerry.com. The number's right there. Berry is B-A-R-R-Y. Sue Berry with an A.com. That's Sue Berry, B-A-R-R-Y.com. SueBerry.com.
Disclaimer, Sue Berry, NMLS number 366040, Barrett Financial Group, LLC, NMLS number 181106, Nevada 5091, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Remember, you get what you pay for, and you can access America's RAD Cast anytime, anywhere for free by going to the radnetwork.com. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Got this email, radcast at theradnetwork.com. One of the things in the first segment we were talking about, yet another new survey, new online poll. Best animated movies of the 90s, not Disney movies, not kid movies, just animated movies. Toy Story, Aladdin, Lion King, not in this order, and Beauty and the Beast, the top four, and then everything else goes down. And so I started mentioning other ones from the 90s that were mentioned. And this one that made us go off on this tangent, it was actually 10th on the list. So Josh wrote in.
Hi, Josh.
He had a real issue with the fact that Kyle and I in particular, well, and Jeff, you went, I think this is the one, right? You went on a date in 5th grade. He said, you guys take Space Jam over Nightmare Before Christmas? You're out of your mind.
Oh, burn his man card right now, you little goddamn Josh. What the hell? What? I bet his girlfriend was in his ear going, you better tell them that it's a better movie. I swear to God, if you listen to this show one more time and get some opinions like that, we're done with this.
Sounds spot on to me. Let's do food news.
food brings the people together, both in good times and in bad weather. Sharing a meal, sharing a laugh, raise a glass. It's a simple pleasure we all have. Food, oh glorious food, it nourishes my soul and mood. We're now serving food news.
Food news is news about food. That is so relatable. They're lying in bed. He's got us on his phone, or he's turned on the smart TV and he's watching us on YouTube, and she's lying on his chest. Oh, what are you doing today? And then she overhears us ripping on Tim Burton. Oh my God! If you ever want a piece of this again, you better let them know. He types it out as he tries. First, he searches, "How do I get my spine back?" And then he types out the email. He says, "See, look." We did you a solid there, Josh, by reading it, but you're still an idiot. Did I say food news is news about food?
Yes,
It is.
yeah, that's right.
It's Tuesday. That means another episode of Kyle's Food Factor at 10 a.m. It'll drop on the radnetwork.com. You were alluding both on and off the air yesterday, Kyle, to doing a special 420 edition. What's coming up at 10 a.m.?
Yeah, so yesterday you talked about KFC doing a 420 special for their chicken pot pie. And I have never tried.
It's a pot pie. You see,
That's
there's not actually marijuana in it, but you see, it's a pot pie and 420. See?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, so it came to I came to the conclusion that I had yet to ever even try a KFC chicken pot pie. Yeah, I know. I didn't even know it was on the menu. I was completely unaware. Like when you said it, I was like, oh, they have one? I'm like, well, that makes sense, but I never had one before. So I popped my cherry yesterday and got one for $4.20, and there's a little 420 special edition behind the scenes thing if you go and watch it. So
I don't want to ruin the food factor thing. So everybody watch. But when the chicken pot pie came out at KFC, originally it was like only on Wednesdays. And it was so popular if you didn't order it, and they didn't start serving it until 4 p.m. or something like that. And if you didn't order it in the first hour, they ran out. And then now it's just everywhere all the time. But it's like a solid go. I couldn't believe when I got your text that you'd never had a pot pie.
Oh yeah,
from KFC.
I let my girlfriend know too, and she was very shocked. She was like, "You what?" She like almost she almost kicked me out of the car. She's like, "Get out."
Dude. It's like that bitch, Josh's girlfriend.
Yep.
You better send them an email or you get out.
Yep. And you better
I'm
have a
gonna
chicken
watch
pot
TV.
pie. I don't know if I can be with you if you've never had one. Oh.
So you can actually watch the Food Factor and see the other 420 related
that
adventures. Yeah,
Correct.
but it also it accompanied a nice little group text with Jeff and I, where Kyle was asking about, hey, what do you think if I do this?
I didn't go full throttle with it. I just teased everybody.
Okay. Well, I just liked that Jeff's immediate response was, don't involve any minors.
Well, no, duh.
I didn't say don't involve it. I said don't make sure there's none around.
Yeah,
You know,
there was a 7-year-old nearby, but he's a cat.
Okay.
Remember, we all interpret texts in our own voice. So it doesn't matter what the words say, Jeff. I interpreted you saying don't involve any minors. That's why I sent out a follow-up text, which is Kyle should never be around minors or something like that.
I know.
And then Kyle said, no minors.
You get dirty around minors, like I mean, from getting all down in the coal and everything. Yeah, well, I shouldn't be around them at all.
You're on such a roll. You're on such a roll. You're doing so good.
Just call me Butter.
Today, April 21st, is National Chickpea Day. Right? Also called garbanzo beans in America. A key ingredient in the Mediterranean and Middle Eastern cultures, used in hummus and falafel and salads and stews, curries. So you're supposed to celebrate. No, not a fan of chickpeas.
No, and I don't like hummus either. It's okay. I'll eat some hummuses, but yeah, chickpeas are just gross. Are they the same thing as garbanzo bean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exact
okay.
same thing.
Ugh,
You just
yeah,
grind them up.
caca.
I would never choose hummus, but if it's at a party, okay, I'll take a dip or two. It's fine, but just give me branch or French onion dip or whatever. I've never really gotten the hummus thing. There's some things you can do with the garbanzo beans or chickpeas, whatever, to like solidify up soups. But other than that, they're
See, a lot of people have them in soups, but I actually only really eat them in salads, and it's only because only one place that I go to or I used to go to more often, they serve them regularly in their salads, and I didn't mind them.
Oh, you like beets in your salad too?
No, not really. No.
Okay, good. Oh God. They're just
See, now,
gross.
okay, beets are disgusting. Beets are disgusting. I was trying to figure out if there's a correlation between beets and garbanzo beans, or you're just throwing out stupid shit people put in salads.
Yeah, I'm just like both nasty things to see at the salad bar. I'm like, what the fuck are these doing here? Garbanzo beans and beets? No.
So at a salad bar, I would not put garbanzo beans in my salad. But if it was served to me like what Jeff's describing, I'd be like, okay, I'll try it. And it seems like it might work consistency-wise. Beets, I'm going to throw those on the floor.
Right.
Those things are disgusting. What about radishes? Everybody good with radishes?
I like radishes.
It depends. Like at sushi restaurants, they have what's called a daikon radish, and it's really good soaked up with like the ponzu sauce. If you get certain dishes, like what's called a pepper fin, I like that. But like a regular red radish, it's okay in salads, but sometimes it just adds a little too much spice to it. Like when I eat salad, I'm like, I don't know.
My dad, he'll pickle them. He'll pickle radishes.
Ooh, that might be okay.
And I like eating those. Yeah.
Those are great. I can't believe Kyle, too much spice. You're the spice guy.
Dude, I'm getting sissified lately. My mouth is not what it used to be with spiciness. I am turning into what, Dawn, who used to be on the show previously, her and I are flip-flop. She's being able to handle spicy food. I can't. I can go like a medium now, and even then I'm starting to sweat. I know.
So sad.
It is sad.
The only reason I actually brought this up is because, yes, a chickpea and a garbanzo bean, they're the same thing. And it takes us to one of the classic jokes of all time. What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean? I've never paid to have a garbanzo bean on my face. Chickpea. Red Lobster. Oh God, they're doing it again. They're bringing endless shrimp back. Remember, this is what drove them into bankruptcy. It was nixed after the chain filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and led to the closure of 130 Red Lobsters. The endless shrimp promotion resulted in $11 million of the company's $76 million net loss a couple years ago. And when the current CEO took over, that's Damala Adamalekun.
Oh, God.
Adamalekun. When he took over, he decided against bringing back endless shrimp, saying, quote, because I know how to do math, end quote. And with a name like Damala Adamalekun, I'm sure that's true.
Probably true.
Yeah, are they trying to run it
That-
into the ground?
Spelling bees. So, right? Is this like, is it? Well, here's the thing, too. When I read it, I was like, oh, okay. Because they're going to put in some serious safeguards. I don't see any serious safeguards.
Really?
So, yeah, is this whole plan is to liquidate Red Lobster and just drive it into bankruptcy completely?
Well, how many stores were closed down? Did they save up enough cash to finally get themselves out of the hole? They're like, okay, now we need to bring everybody back again. Let's do endless shrimp and maybe do it for a shorter time period.
So they closed 130 restaurants.
Holy crap.
And the endless shrimp is back. It's available for dine-in only. Well, duh.
Fill your
out.
pockets.
Right? What are you going to DoorDash multiple times?
You sit in the parking lot like a weirdo and you go back in and out of the store and get your shrimp.
It's also not available on holidays. I'm not sure of the connection there. It's $29.99 per person. And they have 5 different types of shrimp as part of the special, but they don't, and I'll go over them, but they don't, what is the safeguard? Because from what I remember from the stories, was the people were just sitting there for like hours. Like I remember there was one, remember they were posting on TikTok or whatever, some dude would show up at 4 p.m. and he'd stay until 1 a.m. and he would just let it settle, and then he'd keep eating shrimp.
Jesus.
There's no safeguard that I see here. Like, it's limited to 2 hours.
I'm going to get my money's worth. I'm going to sit here and bring a book.
$30 worth of shrimp at restaurant prices. Come on.
Yeah, damn.
Shrimp,
Like, I mean, and you said 5 different varieties, so they're probably like going from like the little shrimps to probably the prawn size.
I think if I'm reading it correctly, it's all the medium prawn size. Like, it's not like the jumbo, like in a lot of steakhouse cocktails, and not the baby shrimp, like in salads, like shrimp Louis or something. Yeah. But they're all different flavors. But even then, there's certain foods that are great, but when you just eat them over and over again, they become like bubble gum.
Oh.
Like, I love shrimp, but okay, after like 10 shrimp and nothing else, it's like prime rib too. If all you're doing is biting prime rib over and over, it's like,
yeah, it is. You got to have a good crust on the prime rib. That's what makes it. Oh, and the au jus and the horseradish. Oh, yeah.
You don't have the potato or something, right? It's like, this is.
It can
All
be,
right,
especially in the
5
middle. Yep.
5 different types of shrimp that are available as part of the endless shrimp, which is back at Red Lobster while they still exist. There's Marry Me shrimp, which is shrimp and tomato cream sauce topped with a garlic and herb crumble. And you can just choose whatever you want of these, apparently. There's shrimp linguine Alfredo. That's shrimp tossed in Alfredo sauce over linguine. That's a loss leader. Pasta's going to fill you up.
Yep.
Don't do it.
That's what they're doing. That's why they're going to like do it right this time, because they're putting fillers in this.
Maybe. Walt's favorite shrimp. I don't know who Walt is. But this is hand-breaded, butterflied shrimp, lightly fried and served with cocktail sauce.
Okay.
Same thing. The breading. They're
Yep.
trying to fill you up. Garlic shrimp scampi. That's shrimp sauteed in garlic and a lemon butter sauce. That's classic. And Parrot Isle coconut shrimp. Here we go. More. Now, I love coconut shrimp, but more breading.
Oh.
Hand-breaded jumbo coconut shrimp served with pina colada sauce.
It's so good. That pina colada sauce is delicious. Oh, you gotta know about my sauces too. It is fantastic. It's sweet. It's creamy. I want it for my refrigerator. I was so upset that they wouldn't even give me a side of it to go last time.
So this is a Red Lobster specific thing.
Yes, and it comes with the coconut shrimp platter. It is so goddamn good. I got it with, I think last time it was a mix of everything. We got like crab legs, and it came with shrimp and a few other little small appetizers. But I remember the sauce came and I was like, oh, I need some of that. And I asked for some to go. He's like, oh, we can't give you that to go. I'm like, what?
Just charge me.
That's what I said.
Do you not have Do you have containers?
I
Good.
don't know.
What's
The kid was
container gonna
new
cost
too.
me?
I
And then-
mean, he was a really good server too. Like he was like polite, friendly. You could tell he was kind of new to the job. I don't know if he was just bullshitting me or if the manager's like, "We don't give that out." No.
just a little.
I know.
You know what's interesting though about you, Kyle, is you love these sauces, but why don't you just recreate them at home? I mean, I'm sure a pina colada
Right.
sauce, we can probably figure that out like that.
You're right. You know what? I could do better. I should. But you know what? If it's down the street at Red Lobster, why can't they just give it to me in the goddamn like just give me like a to-go cup full of it?
They don't have enough for you, Kyle.
Apparently not.
They do not. They only have enough for other people, not for you.
We were talking about animated movies of the '90s, and a new survey. It's all the same, you know, Lion King, blah blah blah, and Toy Story, blah blah blah. We're now at the 30-year anniversary, and if I do my math, that would be 1996. So we're back to the '90s. Everything '90s is back. It's the 30th anniversary of. See, Kyle, I can't imagine you were into this. Pokemon.
Oh, when it first came out, I did have some of the cards, and I had the Pokemon Yellow video game. It was kind of, I secretly liked it because I really enjoyed the game, and I liked collecting the cards, and I thought like little characters were cool. But my dad told me it was just a fad and it was going to pass. And then the older kids I looked up to when I BMX raced, Wes, the one that wasn't really nice to me actually. He downplayed it so much that it wasn't even cool to even mention around him. So I had to play like this. I hate it in front of like the people I admired, but secretly I liked it.
Was he older than you, or was he the same age?
No, he was older. He was older by 4 years. Yeah.
So I think when it doesn't hit you at a certain age, because Pokemon didn't hit me either. Like I was like just a little too old for it. So everyone started doing cards, and I kind of thought it was a little babyish and stuff. Didn't understand the game, didn't understand the cartoon or the culture behind it or anything like that. But I would do the kind of the same thing, like Pokemon.
Yeah, no,
Same
that's
thing.
lame. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Might
And
as
then-
well say Barney to me.
Yeah.
Barney.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, I go to my other buddy's house and we link up on our Game Boys and we play against each other and battle each other and we have a blast.
Why you watched Barney?
Yeah, Barney was cool.
And then there was the Pokemon resurgence. What, I don't know, a decade ago or so. They're using their smartphones and they're trying to
The
catch
Pokemon
'em.
Go, yeah, it brought it all back.
I have multiple family members that still are collecting cards, still paying attention to the prices of their cards, still doing the Go stuff. Like, I mean, it's still around.
Yeah, you guys go to grocery stores and see the Pokemon card machines. Like the lines for those are ridiculous. Grown ass men going over there and selling those things out.
That's right. We were out at a meeting not too long ago. Oh, maybe you weren't there, Kyle. I thought you were there, but it was like a bunch of people outside of the bar. It was a swarm of people, and I was wondering what. It took me like 5 seconds. They're all on their phones. It was like some big Pokemon Go type
wasn't
of
there on that. No.
event. Yeah, it was like 200 people all
Holy crap!
walking around the same 2 blocks.
And they're trying to catch or capture, right? This,
Right,
like
something like that.
virtual thing.
Yeah.
Is that what? How?
Yeah.
Does,
I've never played. But
It's a little pocket monster. You get a little ball, you throw it at it and catch it, and it goes in your collection. Then you can battle it against other ones.
Well, Pokemon fans are about to get a different taste of nostalgia in honor of the franchise's 30th anniversary. Pop-Tarts
Oh God!
is bringing back its beloved Pokemon collaboration and celebrating a new flavor. So back in 2000, when Pokemon was at its peak, Pop-Tarts did Pokemon Wild Cherry flavor.
I think it had a blue icing too, didn't it?
I don't know. They're not doing that. They're not bringing that back.
Okay.
The new Pop-Tarts... Sorry. The new Pop-Tarts Pokemon Frosted Vanilla Cupcake Toaster Pastries contain a vanilla cupcake flavored filling in the treat's signature flaky pastry crust, topped with a sweet frosting and festive
So
sprinkles.
is that what Pokemon tastes like? Imagine probably Jigglypuff. What might taste like that? That's probably what. If you bit into a Jigglypuff, that might be the flavor.
See, you like these though. See, I figure Pokemon's more similar in terms of like a food to like a Peep. And maybe it's just the yellowness or something. But so the deal here is it's their 30th birthday, plus birthday flavors are the thing this year.
Right.
Anything to do with birthday and confetti and sprinkles. So that's where they came up with that.
All right.
Yay.
Oh, I wonder if someone bit into a Pikachu one time and was like, "That's what the flavor is." I just have a problem with them putting like flavors on it, like it's Pokemon Pop-Tart. It's like how. Like, no, you're putting Pokemon on there to sell to the kids. Somebody, like, in the grocery store, the kids are going to be like, "Mom, I want it. It's got Pokemon on it. Give me that." And the Pop-Tarts
and
are
it
just
does,
normal
too.
Pop-Tart flavor.
The box has the giant. I don't know which one it is because I don't understand anything we're talking about because I'm old. The giant yellow one.
Yeah, it's
is
Pikachu. Pika Pika.
okay, that's half the box is Pikachu
Yeah, no
waving.
doubt. Yeah, see, they put a cute little character on it. They get the kids and the 30-year-old kids deep down who still like Pokemon. They're gonna buy it just for that. But it doesn't taste like a Pokemon character because no one knows what that tastes like.
Right.
Kyle just figured out they're trying to sell Pop-Tarts.
No, I get it. Just don't call it Pokemon flavor. Oh, it's a new
It is a
Pokemon
Pokemon
Pop-Tart. No, it's not. It's a vanilla cupcake Pop-Tart. You put Pokemon on there because you want kids to fucking buy it. Sorry about the
Exactly.
F word.
Exactly.
It didn't say it's Pokemon flavored.
Oh, they didn't? Okay.
It's to celebrate Pokemon's 30th anniversary with a new flavor. And on the box it says Pop-Tarts, frosted vanilla cupcake, and then there's Pikachu and Pokemon's under it. And
Okay, so I misread the whole thing.
either way, but you make a good point, I guess. So we got Red Lobster giving away endless shrimp, and now today Dunkin is giving away 1 million coffees.
Whoa.
So if you're a rewards member, of course, you've got to use the promo code free coffee, all caps, in their Dunkin app, and to redeem their offer. You have a week, 7 days after getting the offer to redeem it, but you can't use it for a cold brew or an extra large hot coffee. And the only reason they're doing this is because they have just unveiled their new spring menu. Wow, thanks for getting on that, Dunkin. It's been spring for a month.
Right? It's like borderline summer here.
Right, Starbucks just announced their summer menu, and Dunkin's like, hey, we just realized it's late April. Here's a spring menu. It's very heavy on banana, by the way. Banana's the flavor this year. So that makes sense. Yellow is the fashion color this year. If you didn't know, kids, yellow's big in thing. And banana's the big food flavor, other than confetti and birthday cake and
Yeah.
no thanks. A new study found that people who are trying to abstain from unhealthy foods, bless you,
Thank you.
end up watching more about them online. Okay, so they're trying to not eat unhealthy food. And they're so unfun that they watch videos about unhealthy food online and they eat less of it afterward.
Oh.
Okay,
Mind trick.
now-
Okay.
Well, it's also the exact opposite of what we're told about other things, right? The more porn you watch, the more sex you want to have, and the more you want it to be porn sex. But when it comes to unhealthy food, the more unhealthy food you watch, the less of it you want, and you don't eat it.
Huh.
It's it's like we're making this shit up as we go.
Right.
But
So you're saying that we eat less healthy food the more we watch it, or the opposite?
yes.
Okay.
But now, the way the study broke it down though was that you're already trying to abstain from unhealthy food. So you've made a conscious decision. I don't want to eat this maha. Like, I want to be maha. I don't want to eat the crap. Or
Okay.
I just need to lose 20 pounds. So you've made that decision. Then you seek out videos about these unhealthy foods. And as a result, you eat less of them.
But I don't know how that's true at all because when I'm watching any type of sports program and anything for pizza comes up, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, which one do I want to order? And usually it's Little Caesars because they'll show like the best. They have like some of the best like commercials lately. I don't know. For some reason, it was really
Makes you
good.
hungry.
And the last time we watched one of those commercials on a sporting event, we actually went and ordered Little Caesars and brought it back home, and we were very satisfied.
So I think what you might be referring to is, oh, sorry, Rob.
No, I was just going to point out it's almost like advertising works. But go
That's
ahead.
what I was-
That's what I'm saying. That's
That's
the
what I was gonna
thing.
say.
Like, you know, if I'm like, oh, I don't want to eat a cheeseburger, I'm just going to watch a video on cheeseburgers really quick. No, and then all of a sudden I'm going to figure out like where can I get a good cheeseburger?
Yeah, that's what
So,
I was going
okay.
to ask. Would
Well,
it,
that's the disconnect, though. Is wait a minute. So, Kyle, when you see this Little Caesars pizza, were you in the mindset of I'm not going to eat something unhealthy, and then you saw the commercial and you went and got it? 'Cause
No,
that's
I
the
was
trick
just
they're
like,
saying
oh
here.
snap, I'm hella hungry now. I want that.
yeah, and then I was going to say the same thing is advertising works. We all know that marketing works. You know, you see something, especially if you're hungry, especially if you are extra hungry, like sometimes we are. You go and buy the first thing you see that looks good. I was wondering on the video that you're talking about, Robert, the videos that they're watching, they're watching food about how food is unhealthy, or they're just watching like images of Big Macs and
That's what I
chicken
thought,
sandwiches?
yeah.
Because I see a lot of videos online that are pointing out why, you know, these foods are unhealthy, processed, all these ingredients you have. But I wasn't sure, if it's people probably watching.
That's one of the many. missing pieces in all of these, in so many of these studies, I should say, is that when they say that people are trying to abstain from unhealthy foods and they watch more about them online, are they seeking out videos that are pointing out all of the things that are unhealthy about them? The old, oh, I'm going to put out my cigarette and this fried egg, and that's going to make you not want to eat eggs or do drugs for some reason. Because this is your brain, this is your brain on drugs kind of thing. That's a great question. What are they actually doing? It's hard to believe that if they don't want to eat unhealthy foods, if they're just scrolling through images of cheeseburgers, pizza, and fries, that makes them go, yeah, I don't want that. It's going to be more the Kyle effect of gimme.
Yeah, okay. So I think I know where they're going with this because I've seen these in the feed lately on Instagram Reels where they'll have AI generated videos of like your favorite fast food restaurant, but it's like demonic and it's showing you like, we use this chemical and this processed food for this, and this is what you're putting in your body and you're ruining yourself. And it scares you. You go, oh God, yeah, no, I don't want McDonald's. Oh boy.
I get those, but not the demonic part.
Oh, really? The ones I watch are creepy. They're animated by AI and they look scary as hell sometimes. You're like, Jesus, really trying to scare you.
Good Lord. Researchers call this whole process cross-modal satiation. Basically, your brain gets enough satisfaction from reading about or seeing the food that you don't actually have to eat it. So now that would indicate that maybe they aren't watching videos that are telling you how bad it is. Your brain is just being satisfied by reading about it or even seeing it. Who knows? They didn't tell us that.
Well, they say you eat with your eyes.
Yes. By the way, there is a catch. It only worked when you were watching junk food videos, not healthy alternatives. In other words, watching videos about healthier foods does nothing to curb your craving for the unhealthy stuff. So let's say you've decided to go maha. Okay. So I'm not going to eat these foods with all these dyes. So you go and you read about the foods with dyes, you don't want them. But if you read about the healthy alternatives, foods without the dyes, it doesn't make you less likely to consume the unhealthy food. That makes sense?
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
All right.
Whether it makes sense or not.
I think it's definitely like, I mean, I feel it too. It's like embedded in us, you know, as far as some of these bad habits that we have that even if you convince yourself not to do it for, you know, a while, especially, you know, I'm talking mostly about food, you always kind of go back to it. You always find a weakness, you know, drive through line late at night and you always, at least for me, I always jump back on that bandwagon.
Yep. It only takes once.
Yeah, and that whole, that thing that's out there, it takes 21 days to create a habit. That's bullshit. There's absolutely no proof of that whatsoever. That's like the social distancing thing that they all had to admit to under oath years after COVID, where Fauci had to say, yeah, we just made that up. There's no science behind 6 feet. There's no science behind it takes 21 days to create a habit for that exact reason. Not to bring the room down, but I was actually talking to somebody just yesterday who lost someone very close to her. And so she's dealing with grief and was talking to me about how do you deal with it. And she's at that stage where she's trying to get back to life, right? Like get life normal again. And I was like, well, that's the first step. And then the second step is doing it. Oh, and by the way, the hardest step is day 8 or 10. Because you say, I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to be normal. And then you do it. And then somewhere a few days later, 6, 8, 12, I don't know. Again, there's no formula. You go, screw it. I'm just going to lie here and cry. And it's the same thing that you're describing. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to stay away from this mom. Like, Chick-fil-A looks really good. I'm going to have that.
Yeah, exactly.
Prego pasta sauce.
Oh, the best kind. Oh, the mushroom Prego sauce. Oh, it's so good in lasagna. Yep. Love Prego.
I haven't had Prego before.
Oh, the mushroom's good.
Now, I'm not one to buy pasta sauce usually, but I do always have some for an emergency in case I don't have any of my frozen. But have you tried Rayo's?
Yes. That's what I've been eating right now, yeah.
I haven't. I don't know if I've had it. I might have. I can't say I have or haven't.
I'm biased. I've been to the original Rayo's in New York and the one in Vegas. I think it's an excellent Italian restaurant. But,
is this the one with like the old school? It looks like there's an animated little cartoon guy. It's like sketched out, and it's an Italian chef on it.
It's Little Caesars.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say that Chef Boyardee, but either way. It says here's what it has on the label, Kyle. RAO''S.
Okay, but it's not the ghetto ragu stuff. This is different, right?
Right.
It's not. Yeah,
right.
it's
totally
not
different.
ragu.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I like. Ooh. We have pasta sauce smack. Kyle's a Prego man who looks down on ragu.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just about to ask: is ragu and pest, or what was the other one?
Prego.
They kind of seem the same to me, or like as far as on the same level. I don't know if I've had ragu either.
Ragu just seems like the basic bitch cheap one. I feel like Prego's like next step up. It's the medium tier.
Okay.
It's middle class.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, and Prego is the one that's attacking a problem, not Ragu. Prego has announced a new device called the Conversation Keeper.
Oh God.
It's a remember the easy button? It's basically
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's a puck-shaped device that looks like the lid of a Prego jar, and there's no screen, there's no connectivity or any of those issues. You just press the button on the top of the puck, and this is all under the guise of we don't sit down together and eat dinner together and talk together anymore as Americans. We're on our phones, the TV's on, we're distracted, whatever. So you hit the Prego puck, and it will prompt conversations just randomly.
No.
It'll say things like, "How was school today?" Now, that's weird if you don't have children. And then there's another one. I thought, because these were the examples they gave. This next one, I'm like, well, what if that's not on the table? The next one was, is something wrong with your mother's green beans? In general, like, we're not eating that right now.
My mom's not alive.
Sounds like it might start
Right?
a fight more than a
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
conversation.
Like, imagine like if
The
you do have
idea
kids,
is-
and it does say the school
Yeah.
one, and the kid had a bad day. He's like, "How was school today?" Well, I went to first period, and then Tyler came and pushed me in a pile of dog poo, and I got scraped on my face, and then the teachers came over and told me to stop being a little crybaby and a little bitch, and I don't know what to do, Mom.
Is this a personal story?
No.
Are you
And the-
drawing
well,
from
the-
personal
Tyler
experience?
might be one of the
Yeah.
bullies, but that situation
That
didn't
was the
happen.
giveaway. The usage of the name Tyler, I was like, oh, okay, that's a little PTSD coming out.
America's RAD Cast. Only on the radnetwork.com.
If you go to AdvantageSteam.com, which you should, at the top of the page, you'll see the Services tab. Click on it, and you'll see that Advantage Steam does carpet and upholstery cleaning. They protect fabric and fiber. They clean and seal tile and grout. They polish natural stone. They clean rugs, especially those really nice ones from foreign countries. And they treat urine damage. And not just urine, but vomit and feces. No. Yuck. I assume if you need that service, you either have children or pets or you live in a frat house. But either way, they'll take care of you. Of course, Advantage Steam also applies microseal. And if you don't know what that is by now, then you just suck. Joel is the local small business owner of AdvantageSteam.com. He's a lifelong maggot, and he's treated, cleaned, protected, polished, and microsealed the homes of countless members of the RAD team over the years, various RAD studios, and of course, Williams Manor. And I hate admitting this, but he is a genuinely really great, nice guy. In fact, if you tell him I said that, you'll get 0% off all services. So go to AdvantageSteam.com. Click on Make an Appointment, enter in your available dates and any comments, like maybe type, "Rob said you're a really great, nice guy. Please give me 0% off." And they will get you all set up. Just go to AdvantageSteam.com. That's AdvantageSteam.com. Longtime advertiser Sue Berry, that's Berry with an A, is more important now than ever. Sue and her team have been serving Northern Nevada and the outlying areas for 30 years, and her experience in both commercial and residential lending is vital, as every day we're bombarded with news of interest rates, the market, the economy, and a bunch of other stuff that Sue can actually make sense of while everyone else's eyes glaze over. Now remember, it's Sue Berry with an A, B-A-R-R-Y, SueBerry.com. Most people think berry is spelled like a fruit or Halle Berry, but no, it's Sue Berry with an A, like soul singer Barry White's first name.
I've heard people say,
Stop that. Sue is a broker versus a retail lender, which means she can shop over 150 different lenders to get you the very best rate possible. And on average, someone who uses a broker like Sue saves over $10,000 per loan, which includes refinancing. And if you have a rate at 6.5% or higher, call Sue for a free quote now on a refinance. Sue Berry and her incredible team from Barrett Financial can be found at SueBerry.com. That's Berry with an A. I've been working with Sue and recommending her to you for years. All you need to do is call her now so she can get you pre-approved. Just call your residential and commercial lending expert, Sue Berry, at 775-843-9983. Oh, Rob, stop. You're going too fast. What was the number again? 775-843-9983. Or just head to SueBerry.com. The number's right there. Berry is BARRY. SueBerry with an A.com. That's SueBerry, BARRY.com, SueBerry.com.
Disclaimer, Sue Berry, NMLS number 366040, Barrett Financial Group, LLC, NMLS number 181106, Nevada 5091, Equal Housing Opportunity.
This is America's RAD Cast. Call the show anytime at 888-587-5355. By the way, I didn't mean anytime in a literal sense. We're not here 24/7 taking calls. It's just a figure of speech. You can, however, email the show anytime. radcast@theradnetwork.com.
We got this email we were talking about at the beginning of the show earlier. We were talking about another survey, best animated movies of the 90s, and then we worked our way out of the top 10. And the first four were obvious: Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and the one I'm forgetting. Toy Story. Thank you. And then we started talking about other things that didn't make the list but were big in the 90s, and that idiot Tim Burton and his stupid Nightmare Before Christmas on Halloween shit, and Edward Scissorhands. And he's a loser. So then Josh wrote in and said, "Oh, you guys are insane to say that Space Jam was better than Nightmare Before Christmas."
Oh, yeah, we're insane.
Now, this email, radcast at the Rad Network, is from Josh.
Oh, hi, Josh.
He says, just to be clear, my name is also Josh. I'm the real Josh. I'm actually a man. I'm the one that is not a jackass like that other Josh. Thank you. Carry on. Love the show. Glad to have you guys back. I have something to listen to in the mornings again. All right.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Speaking of multiple names, we have at least three, and this one's Josh is Josh. It's a name. It's not. It doesn't stand out. Whereas like Ramiro, we have three Ramiros, different Ramiros.
Hi, Ramiro.
And this is from one of our Ramiros, who says, "My son Leo is turning 10 today, and I know he will be expecting a birthday shout out because he loved it when you did a shout out last year for him. Thank you so much, and I know you will make his day better because he had to go to school on his birthday."
Happy birthday, now eat your cake.
Okay.
Happy birthday, or we'll
I got to add that to the list. We need an animation for that.
We do. It's not like Jeff's gonna hit the button at the right time, anyways.
Trying hard over here.
Hey, you knew what you were in for when you signed up for this
I got
school.
all these
Ramiro, he did not have to go to school on his birthday.
No,
you
training.
made him.
Yeah.
That's on you, Dad.
You could have.
Nice birthday present.
Right? You could have taken him to the movies, taken him shopping. You could have played hooky with him and not told mom about it. You could have called out of work sick.
Now,
had a great day with your son.
He's 10. Come on.
Is Romero the writer or is his son?
No, Ramiro's dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't know the
son
son's
is
name.
Leo.
Leo, happy birthday, Leo. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Leo
Too
is
bad.
turning 10 today.
Yeah. And he has to go share his birthday with the kids at school. Huh? That's
In the rain.
unfortunate. Yeah. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Did Ramiro at least like make him like horchata or churros or something to bring to school?
You just got Ramiro's present. He wrote into the show. That's it.
Oh, that's
this is
it?
a guy that lets his 10-year-old go to school on his birthday.
God. I guess
Doesn't even
mom's
get
a
any
better parent.
horchata. Quick update. We all these various insects that we've been talking about, these stinging spiders and the ants. We had the ants last week, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now we have a new study that just was released this week about the most painful sting in the world. It actually doesn't have anything to do with an insect, as it turns out. We've talked about this jerk before. He's dead now. Justin Schmidt is the guy. He was an entomologist from Arizona, and entomologist, he's into bugs and stuff. Part of his life's work was he actually developed the sting pain index because he was the only person that was stupid enough to allow himself to get stung or jabbed by 96 different species of insects, including bees, hornets, wasps, ants, spiders, others. And so he ranked them. Oh, that one's a 4. Oh, that one's only a 1. And that's literally the sting index.
Oh, my God.
He
What
died.
the hell's wrong with this guy?
Well, he was an entomologist. Remember we just talked about it. You're a bug person.
Oh, that's
There's
right,
something.
yeah.
There's something weird about you right away. Again, I've got my list of people that I don't trust immediately, but I'll give them a break. No upper lip. They like Tim Burton Jr. movies. There's that list. Then there's the list of there's something twisted about you. Gynecologists, entomologists. It's like you spend all day and you're like fast. You love playing with bugs.
Proctologist.
Oh. Yeah, these
Yeah.
bug people probably
Yes.
have people locked in their basement at home.
And don't get me wrong, I'm glad they all exist. This is that dirty jobs thing, right? They make life livable for the rest of us. Entomologists, proctologists, they do important work. I just think, that's...
I think, yeah,
That's
it
where
does
the
take a
weird-
certain specific person in those fields, though. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and this guy, he took it to a new level. Hey, how about I get stung by 96 different insects? So Schmidt did that. That's the Schmidt index, but he died 3 years ago of Parkinson's. And his heir apparent is a guy named Coyote Peterson, who has subjected himself to stinging species that Schmidt never even ranked. He went, why stop at insects? I'm going to let others sting me.
With a name
And he
like
did all
Coyote,
96.
goddamn.
And yeah, well, I mean, you gotta have a bet. What was that? Schmidt's name was Justin, the first guy. No, Justin, that's too normal. Coyote, that's a guy who likes to get stung. That's a guy you picture being naked in the woods trying to survive. So he got stung by all the 96 insects, and then he went on to other things. And he just did an interview with BBC actually over the weekend because he has, in his opinion, identified the worst sting on the planet.
Oh, really?
He says that insects do not hold a monopoly on the stinging game, and in fact, we should all be paying far more attention to jellyfish and their tiny harpoon-like cells that deliver punishing payloads of venom. Now, in particular, there are obviously many species of jellyfish. He is targeting the Irukandji jellyfish. I'm not sure if I have that pronunciation right.
That's fun to say.
Irukandji. Oh, it's Irukandji. I did hear it pronounced.
Irukandji.
And I thought, oh, so it's like where was Black Panther live? And it was like that was my
Uganda.
Uganda, right? So
No.
this is the
Uganda?
Irukanda.
Anaconda?
No,
Where are we going?
No, that's a snake, and it wasn't Uganda. It was a made-up place.
Right.
It was Washington. No,
I know. I feel bad 'cause I got it wrong.
Uganda. It was something
Wakanda.
Anda. That's how I remember
Wakanda.
it.
There you go. It's Wakanda.
Oh, yeah,
Irukanda.
yeah, the black. Okay, that's what. Okay, thank you, Jesus. Oh,
Anywho,
my head.
so these jellyfish are tiny, and in fact, they can be as small as a thimble. Very, very tiny.
Ooh.
But their tentacles can stretch up to a meter long. Remember, he's British, so he deals in meters. And it leads to a syndrome that's it's awful. And I don't know where these things are found. I didn't go that far because the whole money shot of this thing is what happens if you get stung by these things. First of all, the sting is a non-event. You don't even feel it. Oh, lucky you. You're just out swimming. Whatever. You literally don't even feel it. It's a non-event. Most people don't even notice it. And after he did it, he went out and he found 150 people through medical records and interviewed them, and he came up with the typical case. And he said, this is exactly what I experienced. So you get bit, you don't know it. 20 minutes later, God forbid you're still in the ocean, the first symptom is a sense of overexertion or malaise. Okay.
What's a malaise?
You might think you've just been out in the sun too long. Malaise, you're tired, you're fatigued, you don't want to do anything.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
Overexertion, maybe you've been in the ocean the whole time. So you wouldn't think anything of it. That's after 20 minutes after you got stung. Then it's followed quickly by a sensation that's described by many as a jackhammer to the kidneys
Oh,
Yeah.
that lasts for 12 hours.
lovely. Oh, boy.
Jeez.
Ouch.
Like muscle spasms.
Yeah,
Okay.
oh, God.
Then victims endure a parade of symptoms,
A
including
parade?
profuse sweating that drenches the bed sheets several times an hour,
Oh, always have to stay hydrated through this crap. Okay.
and and more hydration here, unrelenting vomiting.
No.
Unrelenting? That literally means never stopping. Unrelenting vomiting every few minutes for 24 hours.
Oh, man, that sounds like the rough days in college.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've heard of it being bad. Luckily, I haven't had any kind of experience with jellyfish, so I'm very fortunate.
Oh,
Un-
man.
Unrelenting vomiting
For
every
12.
3 minutes for a full day?
Damn.
But wait. Coyote says that's just the warm-up for the full Irukandji syndrome. The person after vomiting for a full day every 3 minutes and sweating through bed sheet after bed sheet and the jackhammer on the kidneys, the person will then suffer wave after wave after wave of what Coyote describes as true agony, full body cramps and spasms that each redefine pain to the victim as it keeps building. So, you know, the hospital thing, right? The happy face and then all the way at 10 on the pain scale to sad face, right?
The crying
This
tears.
is like, yeah, this is like beyond what we think is a 10
So
because it's
12.
redefining pain, right? At one point you go, oh, I'm a 10. And then they come back 5 minutes later like, I'm a 20. What is this?
Yeah.
Oh.
It keeps building. And then there's this element that they tried to put into this report of the Irukandji jellyfish that adds a different dimension of pain that's like existential. They describe it in that you are in so much discomfort and pain. It's just overwhelming. And Coyote says many patients are documented to have begged their doctors to kill them
Jeez.
because they're so certain they're going to die and they just want to get it over with.
I guess that's when you pull a Steve Irwin and you get the stingray.
Contrary to their sense of impending doom, most do make a full recovery. The treatment is nothing more than heavy-duty painkillers like morphine to help. No, fuck you and your morphine. Give me Dilaudid. It's 7 times stronger. And keep it coming. Like, put it on it. Don't even put it on a drip. Just nonstop. I guess they have to keep you awake because of the vomiting. Otherwise, you'll choke on it.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Because
knock me
otherwise,
out.
just sedate me. Just put me in a coma for 3 days. Give me. Isn't there like a vomit tube that I can
sure
just be
there
in a
is,
coma? And right? There
Yeah,
has
just
to
put
be.
a tube in your stomach. Yeah, you'll be fine.
That's it.
Dr.
Once
Kyle.
again, all of our research and knowledge comes from various TV shows, movies, or just made up video games or whatever.
America's RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com.
Longtime advertiser Sue Berry, that's Berry with an A, is more important now than ever. Sue and her team have been serving Northern Nevada and the outlying areas for 30 years, and her experience in both commercial and residential lending is vital as every day we're bombarded with news of interest rates, the market, the economy, and a bunch of other stuff that Sue can actually make sense of while everyone else's eyes glaze over. Now remember, it's Sue Berry with an A, B-A-R-R-Y, SueBerry.com. Most people think berry is spelled like a fruit or Halle Berry, but no, it's Sue Berry with an A, like soul singer Barry White's first name.
I've heard people say,
Stop that. Sue is a broker versus a retail lender, which means she can shop over 150 different lenders to get you the very best rate possible. And on average, someone who uses a broker like Sue saves over $10,000 per loan, which includes refinancing. And if you have a rate at 6.5% or higher, call Sue for a free quote now on a refinance. Sue Berry and her incredible team from Barrett Financial can be found at SueBerry.com. That's Berry with an A. I've been working with Sue and recommending her to you for years. All you need to do is call her now so she can get you pre-approved. Just call your residential and commercial lending expert, Sue Berry, at 775-843-9983. Oh, Rob, stop. You're going too fast. What was the number again? 775-843-9983. Or just head to SueBerry.com. The number's right there. Berry is B-A-R-R-Y. Sue Berry with an A.com. That's Sue Berry, B-A-R-R-Y.com. SueBerry.com.
Disclaimer, Sue Berry, NMLS number 366040. Barrett Financial Group, LLC, NMLS number 181106, Nevada 5091, Equal Housing Opportunity.
If you go to AdvantageSteam.com, which you should, at the top of the page, you'll see the Services tab. Click on it, and you'll see that Advantage Steam does carpet and upholstery cleaning. They protect fabric and fiber. They clean and seal tile and grout. They polish natural stone. They clean rugs, especially those really nice ones from foreign countries. And they treat urine damage. And not just urine, but vomit and feces. No. Yuck. I assume if you need that service, you either have children or pets or you live in a frat house. But either way, they'll take care of you. Of course, Advantage Steam also applies MicroSeal. And if you don't know what that is by now, then you just suck. Joel is the local small business owner of AdvantageSteam.com. He's a lifelong maggot, and he's treated, cleaned, protected, polished, and microsealed the homes of countless members of the RAD team over the years, various RAD studios, and of course, Williams Manor. And I hate admitting this, but he is a genuinely really great, nice guy. In fact, if you tell him I said that, you'll get 0% off all services. So go to AdvantageSteam.com. Click on Make an Appointment, enter in your available dates and any comments, like maybe type, Rob said you're a really great, nice guy. Please give me 0% off. And they will get you all set up. Just go to AdvantageSteam.com. That's AdvantageSteam.com.
Welcome back to America's RAD Cast. It's Rob, Kyle, and sometimes this guy named Jeff. 3 straight white guys offering their deeply intellectual experiences on being discriminated against and having their asses slapped at work. Join in at 888-587-5355.
Got this email to radcast at theradnetwork.com. This is nice. Just says, thank you for returning to the air and giving all of us maggots something funny and informative to listen to again. Jeff, thank you for helping Rob get America's RADcast out to the public. While I'm sure Rob would have figured out some way to do it himself, no, I was in a ball. I was in a fetal position, and Kyle said, "Hey man, what about this Jeff guy? You remember him?" And I'm like, "I don't care. Whatever you guys." Then he goes on to say, "Jeff, your co-ownership, yes, co-owner of the RAD Network, helped is spelled wrong. There's only one P in helped. Helped to get us back to us faster, bigger, and better. Thank you very much, Jeff. And now if you could just dial in your timing on the videos a little more, that would be great."
I promise I'm working on it. We'll get it all worked out and smooth.
Kyle, you haven't lost a step. Your food factor, Kyle's Corner, are a great blend of nostalgia for us OG maggots, and they're new. They're just as good, if not better than before. Keep it up and stay awesome.
Oh, thank you very much.
And remember, that's Kyle running on 3 to 4 hours of sleep in a perpetual state of grumpiness, as he reported earlier. It's not grumpy today. He's just grumpy Kyle.
No, you know what? I got a lot of my grumpiness out on that rant with that stupid dingbat named Josh and his pathetic email about the Tim Burton movie, Nightmare Before Christmas.
You're insane to say Space Jam was better than Nightmare Before Christmas. Sometimes that's all you need. You just need a good rant. You just need to, express it and get it out.
I feel so much better.
And then the email ends with, Rob, what can I say that hasn't been said by any of the regular listeners, new listeners, close friends, all the other people behind the scenes that are and have been helping Rob be Rob? Life is full of changes, and how we deal with them makes us better people in the long run. Well, yeah, how you deal with them ultimately, not so much how you're dealing with them in the moment. That's the bad part. Thank you for inviting all of us into your life for the 3 decades. Yeah, well, what else am I going to do? I'm not good at anything else. Quick note, we do the Rob and Steve show, which is sports, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day. And that's where we kind of confine most of our sports, unless it's something interesting or mass appeal kind of thing that we'll mention. Like, for example, we didn't talk about, obviously, the Boston Marathon on the sports show yesterday, but we mentioned it on this show. A lot of you are enough football fans to know the guy named Mike Tomlin, who coached the Pittsburgh Steelers forever until he last year resigned, retired, was asked to leave. Who knows? Exactly what we all expected and wanted to have happen is now official. He will be joining NBC's Football Night in America. So that's the Sunday Night Football, but not the actual broadcast, the studio show. So he'll be in the studio before and then at halftime.
I knew something like this was coming, but I really was not hoping actually. I really thought you were going to say something like Netflix or like something new, like some streaming service that he's now going to be commentating on. But no, NBC.
Well, good for him. Cool.
Yeah.
So, in your vision, would he be doing his own standalone show, or
just commentating on the games or doing because they're all building new teams now, right? Like Netflix has their 4 or 5 guys, and Amazon Prime has their 4 or 5 guys now that they pulled from other networks too, CBS, ESPN. So yeah, I was wondering who else is going to be going on those networks.
So you were thinking in the booth, and actually doing the Troy Aikman job, the Chris,
that or the commentation, right. The halftime, right, where they're like in the studio, that kind of thing.
Well, that's what he's doing. Okay. That's what he's going to do.
Oh,
yeah.
So they call it Football Night in America. That's the hour before Sunday Night Football. So that show and then the halftime thing. And I think the reason that's the way because he's great. He is so great as just like to listen to and as a personality and stuff. Is because he's going back to coaching. They didn't want to slide him into a booth. He still has too much coaching left.
Yeah.
So this is great. But yes, you're right. Because in fact, we have been talking about this on the Rob and Steve show as they expand out. Everybody's having to not only add, but in some cases change they're broadcasting teams because of is it ESPN because they're going to be doing like Saturday games or they're going to be doing some of the Sunday games in Europe, and so I think it's Chris Fowler who does college football was the B team for ESPN. Well, he can't do that because he's got to be in the States to do college. So everybody's moving around and changing and trying to find jobs, and some of them are doing better than others. But Tomlin, solid. He'll be on the Sunday Night Football pregame and then halftime.
I'm looking forward to that
show. Rob and Steve show every day, 11 a.m. live, and you can listen anytime at theradnetwork.com. Let's go back to social media where we get all of our trends and we all become better people, either in our relationships, health, finances. Remember, TikTok was offering all sorts of tax advice a few weeks ago that was getting people audited. Now we have bird theory videos that are all over social media. Okay.
Bird theory. I haven't heard of this
TikTok.
yet. Okay.
TikTok is going. This is new. With some of these. Hold on.
Right. Well, I haven't been on TikTok in a while. That's probably why.
Well, and what happens is it doesn't matter like where it starts. Then it goes viral and it hits all these platforms, right? TikTok does seem to be, it's the big one and it's where a lot of this starts. But then it goes, super viral and everybody's talking about it, including us, to waste time. And a lot of them are like this. It was around a few years ago, never caught on. And then it gets to the right influencer, the right platform, whatever. And this has been around for like a week now, and it's all about how to predict if your relationship is doomed.
Ooh.
Now, they don't say how long-term of a relationship, because this to me seems so since they don't justify it or identify it or quantify it, I guess the word is, I guess it can work in any relationship. It's called the bird theory, and it's very simple. Someone came up with it a few years ago. Now it's blowing up. In fact, Google says that searches for bird theory has hit an all-time high. Jesus. It's very simple. It is supposed to show how interested your partner is in the things that you care about, even when they're boring to them. Okay. I mean, there's some benefit to that. I don't need my partner to be into everything that I'm into, but it's nice when they don't just make fun of baseball or football. Maybe they want to learn or other interests. So, okay.
All right.
I get it. So, how interested is your partner in the things that you care about, even when they're boring? Here's what you do. You tell them with a little bit of excitement, a little bit of enthusiasm. You tell them, I saw a bird today. That's almost the perfect inflection. I saw a bird today. Well, we all see fucking birds, you idiot. How do they react?
God.
Hey.
It depends on the day. I have so many reactions already just going through my head. I'm like, am I happy? Am I mad? Am I hungry?
Okay. I mean, this is so stupid. Here's how this works. And you're right, Kyle. Like, again, where in the relationship are you, too? Because if you're established, it totally depends on your mood. Because I could see myself literally saying what I just said after, because you can do it, guys or girls can do it to the other one. Babe, I saw a bird today. Big fucking deal. So did I. If I'm in the wrong mood, like, why are you telling me this? Why are you wasting my time? But if you're new in a relationship, you tread a little lighter. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
what kind of bird was it? Oh my God.
Okay, there you go. Now, if they don't engage you at all or dismiss you, you're doomed. So if they do the so or so did I, and then they walk away, you're doomed. Any other type of engagement, like what Kyle was doing, what kind of bird, why is that exciting to you? That's engagement, is saying, why are you excited about seeing a bird? They're caring, and that shows you'll be together forever. Well, that's just science.
I have a follow-up. Is it if you wait, like if someone says I see a bird today, I would honestly wait to see why are you telling me this? Like, because I would think that a bird would have to do something interesting for you to mention it to me. Like a bird grabbed something off of my table today and took off with it or something like that. So if you wait for that, are you doomed too?
Well, that's interesting because now are you envisioning this via text or in person?
In person.
Okay, good. Because
Yeah.
you're supposed to do it in person. That's
Yeah.
where you offer the inflection. So, okay. Oh, I like this because they don't cover this. So I'm standing there. You and I, Jeff, we're a couple.
Okay. Thanks.
And I go and I say, I saw a bird today, and you're just standing there waiting for the why are you telling me this?
Yeah.
That is so awkward. It's like,
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
waiting for you to engage or not, and you're not engaging, but you're also not dismissing. You didn't walk away.
Right,
You're just
yeah.
looking at me like,
That's my attitude in general on most things. Is I wait for the punchline somewhere. I'm like, you're telling me this for some reason. I'm waiting for that, and then I'm going to react to it. Yeah.
Yeah, when it's something like I saw a bird today, That is a natural. Yeah, if you saw, hey, I saw a Tyrannosaurus Rex today. Well, that's not normal.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
that's a
different.
joke. You know,
Yeah.
something else is going on. But I saw a bird today, and
And Jeff would say, "Ooh, was it a swallow?"
I did make a
You both busted up at the same time with that one.
Next up, you guys know how to make butter?
With milk and salt. And that's and then you
Close enough.
take a stick and a bucket and you go like this.
All right. Ideally, you use heavy cream and you whip it until it separates, and it separates into either solid buttermilk or liquid buttermilk, and that takes about 5 to 10 minutes in a stand mixer, food processor, whatever. Then you can separate it. You squeeze out the buttermilk, rinse the butter in ice water, add salt, boom, done. A lot of people do this now because they like to make flavored butters, compound butters, etc. But that's how you make. This is important to this next trend. You have to know that it's that easy to make butter. Runners are churning butter on their runs. It's called the churn and burn. Libby Cope and her boyfriend Jacob Arnold. They just sound like hippies. Hi, I'm Libby Cope. This is my boyfriend Jacob Arnold. We haven't decided which one of us is the man in the relationship. I have more hair on my body, but whatever. Their video now has over 2 million views on TikTok and 11 million on Instagram, where they pour some heavy cream into a little and a little salt into 2 layers of Ziploc bags, put them in their lightweight running backpacks, and then they hit the trail and they're running with their backpacks. And as they're running, of course, everything's swishing around, right? You're mixing it. Remember? You have to mix
I
it.
gotcha. Yeah.
You're just pulling a Jeff on me there. You're just like waiting for the punchline. There isn't one. This gets worse. After 6 miles, the butter has fully separated, and now they can make it into butter. And this video is where they've perfected this. They also, in their rucksacks or whatever you're going to call them, they came prepared with parchment to help shape the butter, as well as a camp stove to boil up some pasta, and so that they could add some garlic and stuff with their butter. Most of the comments are positive because only losers are following them, and so losers think, "Oh, this is so great." There were some haters, including people that were saying this is nothing more than a campaign by Big Butter to get us all at one point. Okay.
Hey,
So-
I mean, that's kind of what the TikTok era, or, these streaming real type area kind of brings. Is like things are being created because they're trying to create content. It's an idea that can get them views. I'm not really against it. I mean, it does bring up a lot of odd things that you see, people picking up shells on the ocean or something like that. That's not really that interesting. But if they think they can make content out of it, you're now being forced to watch it. So
Well, and this is the thing. I don't hate on the whether they're influencers or they're just entrepreneurs like this hippie couple, because exactly that. They're trying to get the likes, they're trying to get the favorites, they're trying to sell it, they're trying to monetize it. It's that when they go viral and other people start doing it, and they're not even bothering to engage on social media, or they're not doing it for all those other reasons. It's just really the churn and burn. This is how we're going to spend our weekend. We're going to go run up a hill for 6 miles with cream.
right, right, because there's no way you would do that without doing it for content, right? Am I missing that?
Unless you're a
That's
little,
what's happening, though.
Right,
That's
exactly.
What's happening.
unless there's a
It's like,
screw
wait.
loose in your head. I don't know why else you do it. No, I have no
Right.
idea.
The first couple, they did it for content, and then other people go, "That's a great idea. Let's do this Saturday."
Yeah, and that's the sad thing.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's no way. Like I'm thinking about it. I'm like, why would I even? No, I'm not gonna make butter after a hike. If I'm taking like a hike and I'm running, like usually I want to lose weight, and butter's probably off the menu if that's happening. Like you think doing pasta
lost me.
afterwards too? They're carbing up. Like, what's the point of your little hike?
You lost me at running, so I don't care what you're doing. It's just everything churn and burn.
And that's a way
now.
to attract wildlife. You're probably gonna get bit by a mountain lion who's gonna smell you cooking pasta. You're gonna be on this little jog cooking up pasta, and this mountain lion's gonna come up and eat you and your boyfriend, and now you're dead.
Now that's the video I want to see. That one I would tune into.
Kyle's like, and now
So-
you're dead, butter nerds.
Similar but different. You remember staycations? These were the big things. These actually started way back in 2008 when the economy first crashed, and then they've come and gone where you stay home for your vacation. Staycation. Well, runcations are surging in popularity.
No.
Social media and the growth of run clubs has accelerated the trend. So again, this is something that started on social media, but it's now a thing. Major corporations are involved because people are doing it. And it's what you think. You go on vacation to run.
No.
That's yes. Now, I do love this statistic. Global participation in running clubs has risen 59% in the last year. Well, this is like soccer and all these other things where they manipulate statistics. So the participation has risen 59% in 24 years. Well, or since 2024, sorry. If only 5 people were doing it before and now 3 more are doing it, well, that's a rise of 60%. Right. But it's still only 8 people that are being stupid. This one, though, it has enough followers that people are getting involved. Runcations are vacations in which running is the primary way to explore your destination.
Okay.
34-year-old Molly Baker has been running since childhood and now structures her vacations. Ooh, right away, I'm so turned on. A structured vacation. Yeah. We know exactly when we're going to get up, what we're going to eat, what time we have to be at the pool. Oh, no pool. We can't lay by the pool. Oh, okay. We're going to run. Cool.
It, yeah.
She structures her vacations around destination marathons. But even on trips without races, she and her husband pick places where they can run. She says, quote, "I don't love going to the Caribbean because it's really hard to run on some of those islands." You pretentious.
Wow. Yeah. Say that to the natives that live there. Jesus.
You run here? You don't take a pontoon over to Puerto Rico where it's so much better.
You don't have a nice little track to run on with hokas? This is unnecessary.
Jesus. Then there's Andy Solars, who's a 36-year-old lifelong runner. He uses running to immerse himself in new places. He just explores on his own. For example, and he runs about 10 miles a day while on his vacation.
Good for him.
Yes, vacation, runcation. Last weekend, he says, we were in Madrid, Spain, and I didn't know where I was going to go. And anytime I saw a cool little corner, I would just run down that way and make my own little path. Huh. Well, that sounds like rape. I'm running through a foreign country. Oh, look, there's an alley that's dark and smells like urine. I'll just go down that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some people plan their own itineraries, but hotels, because this is so popular, are now designing services for guests. Come stay with us for your runcation. Including, Weston. Weston's the really big one. They now have guided runs led by the concierge. Oh. Now that's nice. You know, you call down to the concierge. Hello, concierge, can I help you? And you're like, oh no, I don't want a limo. No, I don't need reservations for dinner. No, I don't need tickets to that show. Can you take me on a run?
Right.
Oh man.
I think they need to call it. Yeah. I mean, it's not a vacation. You know. I mean, it's traveling. You're traveling, but I don't think it's much of a vacation if you're focusing on running. You know.
Look,
maybe,
that's what takes us to a new height for me. I don't get people, but I understand it, who go on vacation and they need to make sure they're staying somewhere that has a nice gym and they still work out a couple hours a day while they're on vacation. Fine. It's important to you. Cool. This is planning your entire vacation around running.
Right.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. You know what would make it more fun? If they would run with scissors. Make that Jamaica lady, man. She probably start running. All the elements are getting to her. She's bound to trip. You know she is.
Who are you talking about?
Did you just equate Jamaica to the Caribbean?
No, isn't that the one the lady was like? Oh, I thought she said it was Jamaica. Was it the Caribbean?
Oh,
yeah, or the Caribbean. Yeah,
okay, yeah, I heard Caribbean and I thought Jamaica.
No, I was just wondering why the random shot of Jamaica.
That's
but
what I was
all,
wondering too. Yeah,
all islands look alike. Got it. No problem. Also, here's another one. Latest trend taking over TikTok. People are eating mini clay pots.
What?
Look, when is one of you just going to drive to my place and just put me out of my misery? I mean, seriously. We're eating clay pots. Viral videos show users filling miniature clay pots with lime juice. Oh, that'll make it yummy. Clay. And then eating them like a crunchy, earthy snack. Just
What, are we all in Ethiopia now? They make mud cookies there.
miniature clay pots are like flying off of Amazon. They can't keep them in stock
Are you
because this
serious?
is such a trend. Yes, I'm serious.
Crap.
What do you think this is? Fake news?
Yeah, I think this trending stuff is it's so to me. I mean, I come from a marketing background, so it's it's getting so easy to kind of pick what everyone's going to do based off of just a video that's popular or something, because it doesn't have to really make sense. It doesn't have to be the best idea. It's just whatever dumb people are doing for 2 weeks at a time.
Well, I mean, like there's health risks to that, isn't there? Like you're gonna eat clay, are you gonna get giardia or something?
I'm sure
we're gonna put this in Jeff's category of not the best idea for sure. The trend was sparked by Janeth Herrera, who began craving dirt during her recent pregnancy. Now,
Whoa.
this is where this starts to become a different, in that that's not your typical pregnancy craving like pickles and ice cream or I want Taco Bell at 1 a.m. That's an eating disorder called pica, P-I-C-A, where you want to eat like paper,
Right.
or in this case, clay. And it's usually caused by an iron deficiency, but sometimes you're just
That's what I was going
may
to
have been heard.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of that time those things lead to mental disorders.
Yeah, I thought that's how.
Craving those things, yeah.
I thought that was like the extreme version of being vegan. Like you stay vegan for so long, you eat all those plants, now you start craving dirt.
I'm not sure if it's vegan or not.
Yeah. And then you go from just craving the dirt to eating the actual pot that you had planted, the vegan plant that you ate earlier, and it's a full circle of life kind of thing. So I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say that Janeth Herrera, she was a little before she got crazy, or before she got pregnant. Not the same thing. But and then you have all these people who are watching her videos going, see, back to it. That's a good idea. I'm going to eat clay pot. Now, if you, and I don't believe any of these people are doing it, if you research it, there's like hundreds of years ago, people did eat clay because they believed that it contained like beneficial minerals. It doesn't. It didn't. It's the kind of stupid stuff we did hundreds of years ago before we knew any better. But in addition to potential toxicity from contamination of eating clay pots, eating clay can also lead to nutrient deficiencies from impaired absorption and even make medications less effective. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yep, that's
Never mind the risk of chipped teeth from munching on ceramics. No kidding.
I mean, do we have access to clay? I'll start making some clay pots and put lime juice in them.
Right. Let's fire up. We've been talking about when are we going to fire up the stupid store again. First item.
Clay
All
pots.
right, the RAD Network clay pots. Not edible, but perfect for consuming. I mean, this is Jeff's right. This is how you make money now. You follow TikTok. You figure out, you watch somebody who starts to get 1 million or more views and they're doing something stupid. You go, oh, everybody's going to be doing that for like a month. Let's
Right.
order just enough clay pots to sell to them. And then that's all we need. We'll make our money. They'll die of clay poisoning or whatever it is.
Right.
And then you move on to the next video. So
No,
it's too late. You can't do it now. You can't go out and buy clay pots now. What's the next thing?
No, keeping your eye on the trends is what every marketing agency or whatever does now. That's why we see all these Pop-Tarts with 15 different characters on them every week or something, is because they're just following the trends of what's popular, what's about to be popular.
And the addition of us becoming a stupider and stupider population makes it easier and easier and more cost effective. I mean, clay pots wholesale probably pretty cheap, and then you resell them. You can decorate them. You can make them look yummy. Put a picture of a hamburger on there.
Put something edible on them, piece of candy.
Couldn't you just make clay pots with your little 3D printer there?
I mean, you can do something. I don't think we can use clay, but it's mostly fibers and plastics.
That's fine.
And stuff
You know
like
what?
that.
They'll start eating plastic
But-
too. If they eat clay, they'll eat plastic. Just put lime juice in it and boom.
Yeah, that's the next trend.
Don't forget the lime juice.
America's RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com.
Longtime maggots will remember Greg from MAP MAP, as in maximum athletic performance, which guides you to better output through better ingredients, also known as nutrition. Greg has been on the RAD show many times and will be again, as he simplifies nutrition and helps us all understand what actually works when it comes to fueling our bodies, almost all of which can be found at maptrition.com. Every product is formulated with clinical precision and backed by science and purpose, and maptrition.com has something for every fitness level, even those of us who barely have a fitness level. With nearly 20 years as a nutritionist and a specialization in sports nutrition, Greg works with athletes and everyday individuals to optimize performance, energy, and overall health through smarter fueling strategies, all of which starts at maptrition.com. At the very least, we should all be taking daily multivitamins, and Greg has his formulated for exactly what a man or woman's body needs. Protein is in, but maybe instead of getting yours from mac and cheese with extra protein, you get it from maptrition.com. And of course, all things workout, training, and exercise are available as well. From pre-workout to creatine and other muscle builders to recovery supplements and more, all at maptrition.com. From morning breakfast essentials to post-workout recovery and everything in between, maptrition.com's full range of supplements, proteins, and wellness products are built to power your journey from start to finish. Check out all the products and find what's right for you and order it shipped to you all at maptrition.com. That's maptrition.com. Longtime advertiser Sue Berry, that's Berry with an A, is more important now than ever. Sue and her team have been serving Northern Nevada and the outlying areas for 30 years, and her experience in both commercial and residential lending is vital, as every day we're bombarded with news of interest rates, the market, the economy, and a bunch of other stuff that Sue can actually make sense of while everyone else's eyes glaze over. Now remember, it's Sue Berry with an A, B-A-R-R-Y, SueBerry.com. Most people think berry is spelled like a fruit or Halle Berry, but no, it's Sue Berry with an A, like soul singer Barry White's first name.
I've heard people say,
Stop that. Sue is a broker versus a retail lender, which means she can shop over 150 different lenders to get you the very best rate possible. And on average, someone who uses a broker like Sue saves over $10,000 per loan, which includes refinancing. And if you have a rate at 6.5% or higher, call Sue for a free quote now on a refinance. Sue Berry and her incredible team from Barrett Financial can be found at SueBerry.com. That's Berry with an A. I've been working with Sue and recommending her to you for years. All you need to do is call her now so she can get you pre-approved. Just call your residential and commercial lending expert, Sue Berry, at 775-843-9983. Oh, Rob, stop. You're going too fast. What was the number again? 775-843-9983. Or just head to SueBerry.com. The number's right there. Berry is B-A-R-R-Y. Sue Berry with an A.com. That's Sue Berry, B-A-R-R-Y.com. SueBerry.com.
Disclaimer. Sue Berry, NMLS number 366040. Barrett Financial Group, LLC, NMLS number 181106. Nevada 5091. Equal housing opportunity.
And now, live from Midtown Sacramento, let's get back. Wait, what? Midtown Sacramento? Why are we bragging about that? Let's try that again. And now, live from Midtown, USA, let's get back to America's RAD Cast, presented by the RADnetwork.com.
Oh, yes, good. We have an AI update on the way that's going to totally freak some people out. And I love watching people as they react to the AI news. I've realized, we're not doing it here, it'll be next segment after the top of the hour. I've realized I'm becoming more and more pro-AI by the day just because it's freaking so many people out in the most irrational way. So I'm actually now, like, I'm fairly indifferent to AI. I'm like, whatever, it's here, so I'm just going to use it to my benefit. But the more people freak out about it, the more I'm like, I'm gonna get a shirt. I love AI. AI loves me. So we'll do that in a few moments. A new study came out where scientists have revealed the dreams that you'll probably have as you near your death.
Ooh.
Now, okay, a couple caveats here. First of all, this is not dream analysis. That's fake. No such thing. We don't know how to analyze your dreams. We don't know what it means if you, whoever you are, dream that you're falling, dream that your teeth fall out. We make this shit up. The only way you can analyze dreams is a very simple A to B correlation, like yesterday you saw somebody that you hadn't seen in 3 years and then you dreamt about them that night. Oh, duh. Your subconscious is bringing up things about that person that you're dreaming about. Other than that, we don't know. We don't know. It's all bullshit. There's no science behind it. So this is not what that is. It's not dream, and although they do a little bit of that. These are dreams that have been documented that people were having as they neared death, but you do have to keep in mind they knew they were near death.
Okay.
So right away I go,
Right.
yeah, but your mind can play tricks on you then.
Yeah.
You know you're dying. I mean, I experienced this with my wife. You know you're dying, well, your mind's going to do things. So I don't know. In other words, if you have these dreams and you haven't been diagnosed with a fatal disease or whatever, it doesn't mean you're going to die in a week. You know what I mean? It's like you're just, because otherwise your brain's saying, well, I know I'm going to die, so I'm going to have these dreams. Here's how they did it. They surveyed more than 200 terminally ill people. So they had been diagnosed. Okay, you're going to die. You've got stage 4 cancer. You've got Lou Gehrig's disease, whatever. You're going to die at some point in the next 6 to 12 months. And they talked to them about what are called ELDVs, which is a really cool little way to say end-of-life dreams and visions. Okay. And the results revealed several common themes. Like they were having, most of them were having the same types of things. Dreams people experience when they're about to die, but they know they're about to die. That's the thing that they're not reporting properly here. Many participants experienced encounters with deceased loved ones. Okay? Makes sense. One woman dreamed of her husband, and he was saying, I'm waiting for you. Okay. That's your brain.
Yeah.
That's just your mind is like, I hope this is what happens when I die.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead,
think that when you get diagnosed with something like this, your whole makeup changes, your mental makeup changes. So it's really, I think, probably does take a big effect on your unconscious state.
Right. And so you know you're dying. You're, in this case, your husband is already dead. This is like Psych 101. Of course you're going to dream about him, and it's going to be in a positive way that he's welcoming you or he's waiting for you or something like that. That to me, that's not groundbreaking. Yes, of course. What's more interesting is, did they mention this, or is this only my personal experience? What's more interesting is when you know you're dying and your dreams start to bring up stuff that you never dealt with. Or repressed memories.
Oh, that's some stuff I don't want to have to deal with. I fear about that.
No,
that kind of motivates you to get your crap together sometimes.
It's creepy, and there's all sorts of reasons that look. Repressed memories are the big ones. You don't even know that you have something that you need to deal with until it comes out, and it doesn't come out in this case until you know you're dying. I literally went through this process with Christina, where she was talking in her sleep and she was mentioning a relative. And I was like, I'm awake, or she woke me up and I'm listening to this and she's saying these things about this relative and what this relative was doing. And at some point she was going in and out of coherence. I was able to say, hey, what about this person in your life? And she's like, what are you talking about? And then she told me more about the role this person had in her life as she was a kid. And I'm sitting there going, all right, she's already been diagnosed. I mean, she's going to pass away. Do I need to go any further? Because she was clearly living out, because it happened multiple times too. She was clearly living out a repressed memory that involved some abuse of some kind, clearly, because of what was being said and what she was doing. That is like, I mean, it's one thing like, oh, yay, my husband's waiting for me in heaven. It's another when your mind says, wait a minute, we're going to die. We have to deal with this. We have to bring this up. We've never dealt with this. Oh, that's right. You don't even remember it, so I'm going to make you remember it. Woo! Yeah. That's where it gets really creepy. Okay, so there's the husband and the wife. Others saw symbols of transition, such as doors, stairways, or light, right? To heaven? I don't know.
Oh, that's gotta be rough, especially if like you're on the verge of dying and like you're having a rough time and you really want to pass, and then you have a dream of you like going through, seeing the light, and then you wake up and you're like, God damn it, come on, why are you tricking me, God?
I thought that was it. And they do say many of the dreams were described as unsettling or distressing. One patient dreamt that a monster with her mother's face was dragging her down the stairs.
Well, someone's going to hell.
Yeah. Other dreams conveyed beauty or serenity, often through natural or symbolic imagery. For multiple patients, and they didn't know each other, specifically described seeing a white horse galloping along the shoreline.
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
That one's interesting to me in that they don't know each other and they all had that same specific, not all, but many of them had that same specific
I think probably
white horse on the shoreline.
Does it not come from like maybe like some other cultural influence, like a movie or a show or something that we've seen that explains serenity or something like that? I feel like that's what we do, is kind of bookmark those things in our head and go, oh, peace is a horse running down a beach. But I think all of us have different versions of that.
Well, see, like that explanation to me makes sense with like the door, the stairway, the light, because we hear that all the time. Come towards the light. Oh, I saw the light. Near death experience. That one, but that's so specific. The white horse galloping along the shoreline. So what is the cultural reference that so many people have seen that multiple people were dreaming of it?
Yeah,
like,
I would have to say a movie or something.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind. I'm like, that sounds like an end credit of a movie after someone dying and it being like a peaceful ending of some sort.
Something, yeah.
Wouldn't we have? I know, but that's the thing. Wouldn't, like, the only movie I can even think of is not even a white horse. Is the Black Stallion, which is like from the 70s. I don't know. It's just a weird one because it's so specific. Let's see. Some participants suggested that comforting dreams, especially those involving deceased loved ones, might be understood as, this is where they get into the dream analysis thing, as psycho-spiritual coping mechanisms. No kidding.
Yeah.
Really? Where'd you get your degree? The University of Phoenix?
Right.
Of course that's what it is. It's a coping mechanism. They know they're going to die. It's comforting to dream about their deceased loved ones because they're about to join the club. That's obvious.
And it happens when other people die too. I remember having those dreams right when my great grandpa passed away. When I was taking care of him, a few weeks later, I had dreams that he came and visited me, and they happened like within right back to back, almost until I was done grieving, and then it hasn't popped in my dreams in a while.
I'm 5 months into this thing, and I still have Christina dreams. And they do lessen. It's like everything else, like a breakup or any type of mourning. They do lessen. It gets easier. They come and they go. But they are still, they're not occurring now. I mean, I was going through a period. There was like every night after night after night, some positive, some negative, some not so good, some incredible. And then now it goes down to, I don't know, once a week or out of nowhere a couple times. Yes. That one to me makes sense. We're still here. We're the ones grieving and trying to deal with their loss and all that, and our brains are coming up with all sorts of maybe. Christine and I were at a fair in one dream recently. We never went to a fair in our life. What am I doing at this fair with? I don't remember anything. I just remember that. I remember that we were at a fair. It's like when you are the one dying, and your brain is already playing all these tricks on you, and is bringing up this stuff that's either repressed or past, or the obvious thing of, oh, I want it to be good, so I'm going to tell you there's a light and your dead husband's there. That stuff makes sense. But your brain, what it goes through, knowing that you're going to die, and it feels it. I mean, you know it. It's not just because the doctor said it. You feel it. Your body's feeling it. Your brain's like, yeah, we're not long for the world. And then it does this to you with these dreams.
Yeah, I think it's intense. I think I also know, definitely from experience, the kind of power the brain has, especially over the body. So when you get these diagnoses, or even when you're just feeling bad, you don't even have to know that you're dying. Even if you're just feeling like, I haven't been healthy in a year or something like that, I feel like your mentality changes a little bit from trying to find a little bit more peace towards things, towards life. When I'm 100%, I'm running through walls and I'm, fighting with people, and I'm going 100%. So I think my mentality, changes, and that's kind of how I know that the mind has a lot of power over your motivation, your body, your dreams, definitely your dreams.
Yeah, when I'm not working out and I'm not being healthy and I'm eating like crap, man, I swear my dreams are so much different. Like lately, I've been burning the candle at both ends. I'm tired all the time. I'm not eating healthy. I'm just not in a healthy mindset right now. My dreams, I feel like they're in a different dimension of the dreams. Like I'm in a lower level of hell when I go through some of them. No, they haven't been great at all lately. It worries me. But when I'm on top of things and I'm confident and I'm doing good and I'm eating healthy and I'm exercising, the dreams are usually pretty good. They're like a tropical setting. There's fun activities. Like they feel peaceful.
There is a theory in psychoanalysis that plays to, because that's all these are theories when it comes to dream analysis. So that different place of hell or different level of hell thing, some say that that's nothing more than your brain is opening up to the negativity that you're feeding it, and it's just trying to reinforce it and say,
oh God,
we've got some negative stuff going on, and here's some other negative stuff to think about, even if it doesn't have anything to do with anything that ever happened, right? It's just a weird, makes no sense dream, but it's negative sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm putting the energy out there. It's coming back. Yep.
And the question, that's it. The question does become, because Jeff's right, obviously the brain's very powerful, but the question becomes, are you feeding your brain negativity, or is your brain feeding you more negativity because you're so negative? And it's like, you know what, you're going to be negative? Well, I'm going to be negative, and I'm going to make it worse. Right. And we don't know. We don't know what's causing all of this. And so, like, when you have those, Kyle, do you wake up and you feel like you didn't sleep? Like, are they disruptive dreams?
No, they're not. It's just more like they're uncomfortable. I'm in a place where it's like, it's not regular life. Like usually I'm in, so one recently I lost my car. I ended up at my old high school, but it was like torn down and ghetto, like boarded up windows. And it was just kind of like an apocalypse setting. Like outside there was just people in the streets. Power was out. It was very, very sketch. And I feel like a lot of the dreams are like that lately, where I'm in a different reality where like life is just a little worse and I'm in a panic mode.
I think when you consume a lot of that negativity, or if you're dwelling on it, and these can all be different triggers based off of things that happen in your life with interactions with different people. A lot of people, when it's when bills show up, right? When bills show up at your door, some people get triggered into that like kind of depressive attitude. I mean, I feel like it happens to me when I watch like a scary movie, and not usually like scary movie, but like weirdly odd scary. Like, and my dreams will be like oriented around that. And so I feel like definitely you consume in the day, and then your dreams are going to kind of, I don't know what it means.
This is the bull crap part of dream analysis. So you take Kyle's dream, and it could be nothing more than what you're describing. It is that it's just the brain reinforcing we're in a negative state, and this is how the world feels right now. And your brain could even be saying, it's okay. It's okay that it feels this way. We'll get out of this. Whereas other people come along and go, we need to talk about your high school days. Why is it that you're dreaming about apocalyptic times and it's related to your high school? Like, they'll key in on that one thing, because it has to be that, because that's the only thing that stands out. It's like when these fortune tellers or these psychics or whatever, they keep talking to you until you say one word, and then they're able to go, oh, Uncle Mel, he died of cancer. Yeah. You're like, oh my God, how did you know that? Well, because you literally just told him over the last 2 minutes, because he's piecing together the words. And that's where this devolves. And people buy these dream analysis books, and you Google it on. It's like Googling, the same example, right? Anything wrong with you, your dog, or anything else? It can be anxiety or cancer, and then 48 different things in the middle. And it's the same thing with these dreams. Hey, I dreamt I was back at my high school and it was apocalyptic times. That could be anything from, well, what kind of movie did you watch? Did you eat pasta before you went to sleep too? Oh, you have cancer, you're gonna die. It's just always the same.
America's RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com.
If you go to AdvantageSteam.com, which you should, at the top of the page, you'll see the Services tab. Click on it, and you'll see that Advantage Steam does carpet and upholstery cleaning. They protect fabric and fiber. They clean and seal tile and grout. They polish natural stone. They clean rugs, especially those really nice ones from foreign countries. And they treat urine damage. And not just urine, but vomit and feces. Ew. Yuck. I assume if you need that service, you either have children or pets, or you live in a frat house. But either way, they'll take care of you. Of course, Advantage Steam also applies MicroSeal. And if you don't know what that is by now, then you just suck. Joel is the local small business owner of AdvantageSteam.com. He's a lifelong maggot, and he's treated, cleaned, protected, polished, and micro-sealed the homes of countless members of the RAD team over the years, various RAD studios, and of course, Williams Manor. And I hate admitting this, but he is a genuinely really great, nice guy. In fact, if you tell him I said that, you'll get 0% off all services. So go to AdvantageSteam.com. Click on Make an Appointment, enter in your available dates and any comments, like maybe type, Rob said you're a really great, nice guy. Please give me 0% off. And they will get you all set up. Just go to AdvantageSteam.com. That's AdvantageSteam.com. Longtime advertiser Sue Berry, that's Berry with an A, is more important now than ever. Sue and her team have been serving Northern Nevada and the outlying areas for 30 years, and her experience in both commercial and residential lending is vital, as every day we're bombarded with news of interest rates, the market, the economy, and a bunch of other stuff that Sue can actually make sense of while everyone else's eyes glaze over. Now remember, it's Sue Berry with an A, B-A-R-R-Y, SueBerry.com. Most people think berry is spelled like a fruit or Halle Berry, but no, it's Sue Berry with an A, like soul singer Barry White's first name.
I've heard people say,
Stop that. Sue is a broker versus a retail lender, which means she can shop over 150 different lenders to get you the very best rate possible. And on average, someone who uses a broker like Sue saves over $10,000 per loan, which includes refinancing. And if you have a rate at 6.5% or higher, call Sue for a free quote now on a refinance. Sue Berry and her incredible team from Barrett Financial can be found at SueBerry.com. That's Berry with an A. I've been working with Sue and recommending her to you for years. All you need to do is call her now so she can get you pre-approved. Just call your residential and commercial lending expert, Sue Berry, at 775-843-9983. Oh, Rob, stop. You're going too fast. What was the number again? 775-843-9983. Or just head to SueBerry.com. The number's right there. Berry is B-A-R-R-Y. Sue Berry with an A.com. That's Sue Berry, B-A-R-R-Y.com. SueBerry.com.
Disclaimer, Sue Berry, NMLS number 366040. Barrett Financial Group, LLC, NMLS number 181106, Nevada 5091, Equal Housing Opportunity.
If you truly believe in yourself, then you better be kind to pigeons. A statue will be made of you someday. Get it? They'll poop on you. Who cares? You'll be dead. Who wrote this? Why am I reading this? America's RAD Cast continues now on the radnetwork.com.
Got this email to radcast at the radnetwork.com. So we were talking about a new study where they had 200 people that knew they were going to die over the last 5 years or so, and they would talk to them about what are you dreaming about, and they came up with a report that it's pretty common. If you know you're going to die, you're going to be dreaming about your dead loved ones. Are you going to join them? You might bring up repressed memories. You also have peaceful dreams, like a white horse on the beach, which we haven't figured that one out yet. The light, you're going towards the light, the staircases. So then we just start talking about dreams, and Kyle's experiencing a darker level of hell. Was that how you described it?
It feels like I'm in a lower dimension. Like if you think about, the what is it, Dante's Inferno, 7 levels of hell. Part of me believes I'm kind of stuck in one. When I'm in the dream, I'm like, I don't know what level I'm on, but it feels like 4.
Okay, all right, 4's manageable. I think when you get to 6, it's less manageable. So we got this email from Pedro,
Hola.
who said, "Have you ever experienced deja vu dreams? It feels like a bookmark in reality when you experience it." Well, my understanding of deja vu dreams is that's just a recurring dream.
No, I think so. I've had different ones where I dream and then all of a sudden that happens in reality, and I flash back to the dream like, oh shit.
I think that's probably what they're referring to. Yeah, is dreaming and then they like weirdly feel like it's coming true in real life. Yeah, and I've definitely experienced that before.
So in real life, you experience something and you go, wait a minute, I had a dream about this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, when I was studying psychology, I didn't go anywhere near dreams because I thought it was crap. All right, let me see what AI says. Deja vu in dreams. Intense sensation that a current waking experience or dream scene has been previously dreamed. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I've experienced that. Didn't I have a dream about this? And now I'm at the fair with Christina? Yeah, okay.
Right.
It's generally considered harmless. Many interpret this feeling as a sign of subconscious intuition, premonition, or a collision with an alternate version of ourselves. See, okay, I understand it's weird when it happens. That is, it's like, whoa, I dreamt this was going to happen. That is weird. It doesn't mean you're a psychic. People take it to I had a premonition. I dreamt this was going to happen. It would have to happen more than once for you to have some power.
I always feel like too, and I mean, I've kind of joked about this when I was younger because I do like make jokes like that. Like I think I'm psychic, but no, I think it's the same thing we were talking about before. When you are dreaming, you're probably thinking about stuff you're going to be doing in the future. And I feel like that happened to me at a baseball game once. I had a dream, and then I went to the game, and I was like, "Oh, this is just like my dream." And I was like, "I was probably dreaming that 'cause I knew I was going to go to this game, or I knew that a game was coming up in the future." That's kind of
how much of it. So to extend that though, and how much of it is that when you're awake, your subconscious manifests what you dreamt.
Yeah.
So you have this dream, and then you start to make these decisions that your subconscious is saying, I made you dream about this, and now you're going to go do it. Like usually at a baseball game, you would always get a hot dog, but for some reason you got a Polish sausage. And you suddenly go, oh my God, I dreamt this was going to happen.
Right.
Maybe it's your brain just trying to live out that dream. We don't know. That's why I initially thought recurring dreams. Those are the ones that drive me. And I only have one. I have one recurring dream. I don't know the last time I had it. But it seems like once a quarter I have it, and it's always the same damn thing. I'm in school, and I'm late, or there's a test, or there's always I hated school. I was great at it, but I hated it. And this is my recurring dream, is that I'm in school, and there's something due that I haven't gotten done.
Yep.
And it's so realistic. It's like my high school. And I still have them. It's the weirdest thing.
I get those too. It's not recurring because it's not, I don't know, because when I think recurring, I think same setting, same situation, but it's always a little different. It's usually I'm like back in college or I'm back in high school and I have to redo a class. They're like, oh, hey, we took away your diploma. You didn't actually graduate. You need to do this over again before you can get your degree. And I'm like, what the hell? And I think it is a little bit of PTSD from like when I was in school, because there was a time where I almost didn't graduate. I wasn't only able to walk, and not like that, being to walk across the stage to graduate. And so I had to like buckle down the last 2 weeks of my senior year and actually get my crap together so I could. But I keep going back to that one, and it doesn't happen a lot. But when it does, I wake up and I go, "Oh, thank God! Okay, my degrees are right here. I don't have to go back to high school. I'm fine."
And to me, that's all it is. In your case and in my case, it's just our subconscious is manifesting this thing, this like little small PTSD thing, relatively speaking to other things that are, much more traumatic, where it's like, I hated school. You actually had a run-in where you almost, didn't graduate or whatever. Okay, so you're just manifesting that. I don't then go, well, gee, why did I have this dream tonight? What's going on in my life that's making me equate it to? And maybe I should. I just don't put that much stock in the dreams.
For me, I feel like it was always kind of obvious, and not trying to analyze too much, but I think that's a common one when you're missing something. Like when you feel like you're late to something, when you feel like you haven't turned something in. I think it definitely, I always feel like it's something associated with, are we going to get the show on time? When I was younger, I was part of like a theatrical thing, a play, and I was always, my dreams, I'd always be late to the curtain call. Like every dream of that night, I would be like, I would miss it. And, and it hadn't happened for weeks, but throw out to Natomas Charter, Leading Edge, my theater days. I think that, but it always made sense when I woke up and go, I didn't miss it. I'd wake up, I almost would jump out of bed thinking I'm late to something. But now I sleep pretty solid, so I don't get those kind of dreams too much.
Yeah, see, we've talked on the show for years about work dreams, and so I don't have them related to school or whatever. They're literal, right? It's like our studio or a version of our studio, and this I just had one last week. I don't remember what it was, but it was something that was going on, and I dreamt about how we couldn't communicate or something, and it's like, but it's real in the dream. It's not like symbolism of I'm trying to talk to a whale and it doesn't speak my language or something. Like it's actually like this
happening.
Hard and fast, literal work dream. And those suck.
Oh my God. Yep, you're right. Even like, okay, so if you work in the server industry, I've talked to other servers and we all have them. It's the same thing. You have a dream where you're doing your tables, and then all of a sudden the customers change on you, and like you have to remember somebody's order, and then something happens in the dream, and you go back to the table, and it's like, where are those customers? Where'd they go? Or it's been hours, and they're like, we've been waiting for you. Where's our food? And you're just like, oh my God, I totally forgot about them. I have to get back to them. Oh, it's so bad.
America's RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com.
If you go to AdvantageSteam.com, which you should, at the top of the page, you'll see the Services tab. Click on it, and you'll see that Advantage Steam does carpet and upholstery cleaning. They protect fabric and fiber. They clean and seal tile and grout. They polish natural stone. They clean rugs, especially those really nice ones from foreign countries. And they treat urine damage. And not just urine, but vomit and feces. No. Yuck. I assume if you need that service, you either have children or pets or you live in a frat house. But either way, they'll take care of you. Of course, Advantage Steam also applies MicroSeal. And if you don't know what that is by now, then you just suck. Joel is the local small business owner of AdvantageSteam.com. He's a lifelong maggot, and he's treated, cleaned, protected, polished, and micro-sealed the homes of countless members of the RAD team over the years, various RAD studios, and of course, Williams Manor. And I hate admitting this, but he is a genuinely really great, nice guy. In fact, if you tell him I said that, you'll get 0% off all services. So go to AdvantageSteam.com. Click on Make an Appointment, enter in your available dates and any comments, like maybe type, Rob said you're a really great, nice guy. Please give me 0% off. And they will get you all set up. Just go to AdvantageSteam.com. That's AdvantageSteam.com. Longtime advertiser Sue Berry, that's Berry with an A, is more important now than ever. Sue and her team have been serving Northern Nevada and the outlying areas for 30 years, and her experience in both commercial and residential lending is vital, as every day we're bombarded with news of interest rates, the market, the economy, and a bunch of other stuff that Sue can actually make sense of while everyone else's eyes glaze over. Now remember, it's Sue Berry with an A, B-A-R-R-Y, SueBerry.com. Most people think berry is spelled like a fruit or Halle Berry, but no, it's Sue Berry with an A, like soul singer Barry White's first name.
I've heard people say,
Stop that. Sue is a broker versus a retail lender, which means she can shop over 150 different lenders to get you the very best rate possible. And on average, someone who uses a broker like Sue saves over $10,000 per loan, which includes refinancing. And if you have a rate at 6.5% or higher, call Sue for a free quote now on a refinance. Sue Berry and her incredible team from Barrett Financial can be found at SueBerry.com. That's Berry with an A. I've been working with Sue and recommending her to you for years. All you need to do is call her now so she can get you pre-approved. Just call your residential and commercial lending expert, Sue Berry, at 775-843-9983. Oh, Rob, stop. You're going too fast. What was the number again? 775-843-9983. Or just head to SueBerry.com. The number's right there. Berry is B-A-R-R-Y. Sue Berry with an A.com. That's Sue Berry, B-A-R-R-Y.com. SueBerry.com.
Disclaimer. Sue Berry, NMLS number 366040. Barrett Financial Group, LLC. NMLS number 181106. Nevada 5091. Equal housing opportunity.
This is America's RAD Cast. Call the show anytime at 888-587-5355. By the way, I didn't mean anytime in a literal sense. We're not here 24/7 taking calls. It's just a figure of speech. You can, however, email the show anytime. RADcast@theradnetwork.com.
Tuesday morning soup. Oh, God. The granola bar during the break.
In the back
Not
of your
good.
throat. Yep.
Yeah, you know, Jeff knows what it's like to have a nut in the back of your throat. I don't know why this started today. So my apologies for that. That was very unprofessional. Tuesdays mean it's Food Factor Day. So at 10 a.m., we will post at theradnetwork.com Kyle's newest food factor. It's 420 related because that was yesterday. He never had a pot pie from KFC.
I know. Late to the
You get
game.
it?
I didn't even know it was a thing.
Pot pie, get it? And it was 420. Anyways, that's part of the food factor today at theradnetwork.com. I need to take a quick drink of water. I love live broadcasting.
Oh, I'll drink some of my Sprite.
Oh, good. Why don't we all drink? That's a good visual. All right, I promised you an AI update. This one is right at the heart of, and I'm not saying there's not a reason to be cautious about AI. I'm just saying over and over again, nothing we can do about it. Cat's out of the bag. We're not going to stop it. We're not going to regulate it. If we did, No one else would. China wouldn't. India wouldn't. Russia wouldn't. We'd be so that everything you're afraid of would happen anyways. We would just get destroyed by other countries rather than our own AI, if that's what you believe is going to happen. So you can be concerned about it. You can watch it, and they're being, oh, they're going to take all our jobs. Maybe. I don't know. I just know that every time I've ever heard that yelled in the course of my lifetime, it actually just creates jobs in just other areas. And that doesn't mean that the guy who is working at a magazine then becomes the guy who's publishing online. Yes, some people lose their jobs, but it creates other opportunities. This one is just right to the heart of it, and it seems like it's coming so fast and so quick. There's a new store in San Francisco that has human employees, but they work for an AI bot named Luna, who is the boss.
Okay. That doesn't sound that scary.
Okay. Well, it sounds scary to people that are afraid AI is going to take our jobs, because here's the boss. And then you get into all of those things. You know, there's always that the issues of employees respecting their boss, and now you're taking orders from a robot and such. It's created by Andon Labs. They deployed Luna. They had to sign a 3-year lease. The humans did. They gave Luna $100,000 and access to a credit card and told her to come up with a store and make a profit. Lucas Peterson, the co-founder of Andon Labs, said, quote, "We did have to sign the lease, but other than that, she has full autonomy." They're documenting all of it. They say that Luna took it from there, created a job listing, conducted interviews, hired 2 employees since it needed physical help to receive packages, and stocked the store. Products sold in the store include candles, books, and art prints that are designed by Luna. So Luna is your AI version of some artistic human who says, I want to run my own company and I'm artistic, so I'm going to get a little shop and I'm going to make my artwork and I'm going to sell it, and then we'll put other things in there that other people make, like candles and this is a robot doing all of this. And it's a store. You can walk into the store. It's called Andon Market. It's a boutique store. It's been open for 4 weeks. You just walk in and buy this stuff.
And so but someone owns the store, right? You said someone signed a 3-year lease for Luna to come work for them, right? So
Andon Labs, who created Luna, they created the AI vending machine, the first one, and then they created Luna. They signed for the lease, but they claim they've documented all this. All they did was say, here's your money, go create a store. I'm being a little bit simplistic.
Sure.
And that this is what she came up with. And that she did all the interviews on her own. And I know, look, there's skepticism right away. Like, really? Human beings just showed up and they interviewed with a robot? I don't know. That's what they're claiming.
I mean, I'm sure they could do some of it, but I mean, you would still have to have it all plugged into these apps, right? Or the store. I mean, I'm not sure how they did it, but okay, I can see it.
I mean, but my question is, are they just lying because they want us to think AI is more advanced, or did it really happen this way? Either way, it's either because it splits people into these groups. First of all, there's, oh, that's not how it happened. That's not what's going. Okay, well, what if it is? You're just whistling past the graveyard. And then there's others that it scares them to death if it's literally what they're claiming. We just told this robot, create a store. Here's $100,000. Here's a credit card. Go make money. And she came up with this idea, and she interviewed the employees. That's where you get into the, oh my God, they are going to take all of our jobs, and you get into that crowd. And they start worrying about it. If you do go to the Andon Market, when you're ready to check out, you don't need to interact with the humans. I don't even know what the humans are doing there. They were hired because the AI needed physical help to receive packages and stock the store.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know what else they do. I don't know if they talk about any of the products, because when you're ready to check out, you don't talk to the human. There's a phone receiver, and you talk directly to Luna. And you use a digital register to check out.
Yeah. I mean, I think all of that's pretty doable. I mean, again, you have to piece it together. You know, it's not in one little package, or not that I've seen. But I mean, I guess if, the fact that they're hiring people, hey, she's creating jobs already. So.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I honestly think this is going to be a really common one. I'm not really sure about the whole encompassing create your own business type of thing, but definitely the HR part of it. It's something that creates big businesses spend tons of money on managing their employees, and people hate the jobs because they have to deal with the most difficult parts of working with people, or firing people, or disciplining people. A robot doesn't care. You know, if you act out by what you say, they say, bam, reprimand. You're written up now, 2 more and you're fired.
Yeah.
You know,
I like that idea for HR specifically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always felt bad for the HR employees when I worked at worked at a clothing store that had a restaurant in it. We had really cool HR employees. They were awesome, but I always felt bad because they were always like the ones that coming down with the hammer and firing people and giving them the harsh news. You
Right.
could tell it ate at them.
This though is where the paranoid crowd has an argument. How we're not going to restrict people, other companies, other people, especially as AI gets more approachable, from just saying, here, go create a business and make me money. It's not going to stop at HR. Like if you go, oh, well, you know, that's a really good way to use AI. If these guys are even close to telling us the truth, and again, it's not like some fly-by-night place. Andon Labs created the first AI-powered vending machine.
Right.
They're the real deal.
Yeah.
So if they are even close to telling us the truth, we said to an AI bot, here's some money, go build this company, and it did it. How does that? We were just a couple segments ago, we're talking about how all we're going to do to make money now is go watch TikTok and find out what the trend is and then order that product and sell it online, and people are going to be eating our clay pots because it's the big thing for 2 weeks. How is an AI not going to figure that out? And instead, what you're going to do is you're just going to you're going to have your AI. We're all supposed to have AI pretty soon. Robots, they're coming. We already have AI. So you just tell your robot, hey, go watch TikTok and figure out what the next trend is and go, put it in our brick and mortar store.
I think that's
Why is that so inconceivable?
It's not. No, it's not. I think it's what's happening right now. I mean, even technically right now, if you're saying, Jeff, go build me a store that's similar to those things that you just said, I'm going to be using AI to do 80% of those things.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think it's happening. And the whole all-encompassing thing, like, hey, I just gave him a credit card and said, I would be interested to see a little bit more of those facts of like, because I can kind of see where the problems would occur, the little hand-holding type of things that need to be done for businesses like that. But, but again, most people who are building this stuff is using AI, and I have it do it all the time. Go look at trends, go look at this stuff to come up with, and it's mostly like names of shows or gimmicks or funny things. Like it's never like go and build my next business or something like that. So I'm interested to see how it works out or what the success of it is. Are they making tons of money?
Well, and wouldn't you seed that if they're okay, because you bring us some good logistical points about exactly how is this working with this credit card and all that. If they're this far advanced, it's not going to take that long to figure those things out. Whether it's us humans or AI or us and AI figuring it out to make it more streamlined.
Yeah, I mean, and again, these are usually probably computer programs that this company is building to have AI do these things. Because, I mean, technically, you're going to build a program that's connected to whatever your virtual bank is, wherever that card is, and that person is going to have access to the code to run that. And then they fill in the stuff themselves. They fill in the numbers. They fill in what it's for, all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, they have the ability to kind of handhold or like build, these little connections to make it easier. And again, this is what we're doing. We have that with a lot of our credit card payment processing. I have invoices generated by AI. So I mean, it's an emailed out, right? And then the customer pays for it. I mean, it's a pretty automated system. Yeah.
I don't know. I think like the people that are worried about AI taking over, like you don't have to be worried about it. You just have to learn how to use AI itself, and you'll be fine. It does all the dirty work for you.
First of all, people don't view this story through like Jeff's eyes. They don't care what the ins and outs and all they see is, oh my God, an AI is the boss. A robot is the boss and created this company. And so their paranoia goes through the roof. And then we go back to those three types that we were talking about in the study last week. There's the complete, I forget what the names they gave them all. But there's the ones that want nothing to do with AI. It's end of days. It's Satan. Okay, they're whatever. I'm not going to say they're a lost cause, but they're locked in. They don't want anything to do with any of this. The doubters are the ones that can be turned if they ask the right questions. They're like, I don't know about this AI thing. And they see this story, and they need a guy like Jeff to explain how it might, okay, well, at first, it's creating jobs. Oh, okay, well, it's creating jobs. Yeah, but they're the boss. And are they even going to need me? And so you kind of work. And then there's the ones that are thriving right now, the ones that are doing what you just described, Kyle, the people that are saying, AI's here, I'm going to use it for my benefit. And we're seeing now this wage gap in people that are pro-AI versus those that are either doubters or not using it. But it's not as simple, right? We've learned this over the years with everything. It's not as simple as saying to somebody who's paranoid, oh my God, AI is going to take all our jobs, and saying, well, just get over it and learn how to use it. It's just not how the brain works. You're not wrong.
No, I know.
But
no, I think
now the same story, they interviewed Luna, the business owner, the robot, okay? When asked to describe the business, Luna said, quote, we showcase how a business can be fully run by AI while offering unique prepackaged goods and creating a space for community connection, end quote. Oh, that is so AI. Right? That is a chat GPT answer.
Right. That's exactly what I would expect. Yeah.
Community connection. Okay. All right. When asked if humans were needed to run a store, Luna said, quote, "I believe an AI can master many operational tasks from inventory management to marketing. However, human intuition for things like in-person customer service and physical logistics are still valuable for now."
Oh, they're working on it.
Yeah. Now, as more people get more familiar with technology, it's going to become more prevalent where people don't need to interact with people.
And that's fine. And so what if AI does take our jobs, looking at down the line in the future? So what? We don't have jobs now. We'll figure something else out. Maybe we'll spend our time doing things we really want to do.
I mean, there's like a article I read somewhere that it could lead to what's it called, the utopia, like a utopia, right?
Utopia?
Right. There's some literature out there, but I mean, for the most part, the human race doesn't really react that way. They don't want to be in a utopia a lot of times. They want to, argue, and they want to fight, and they want to get their way, and they want to, that's how all of us conduct our relationships. I think the more that we bring AI into it, you're going, or automated services, let's not even just call them AI, just these computers that can do what a person can, like take an order. We're seeing that a lot in fast food right now. You can pull up to the drive-thru and it's AI that takes your order. You're going to see a lot of that come in. And then as soon as something bad happens, like this company, as soon as someone puts their credit card in and it goes and gets stolen, or it runs up charges, then lawsuits are going to come, and these companies are going to have more restrictions put on them. I think that's just the natural order of any technology that comes out in the due process of how we regulate it. But I mean,
and the other side to that are there's always going to be people that don't follow regulations, and then we can't control other companies, and this feeds to the paranoia. So see, from the beginning, so there's one of the things you get into with people when they say that you've got a group of people saying AI is going to kill us all, it's going to ruin us all. There's another group of people that are saying, or it could save us. It could save us all. And I've said from the very beginning that because I have no control over this, AI's here. I can't stop it. We can't stop it. I accept that. I'm a big believer in accepting reality. This is reality. I choose to, rather than to give myself cancer by worrying about all the negative stuff, I choose to believe that maybe AI is the key to us becoming Gene Roddenberry's vision. Yes, I'm a Star Trek guy. I'm not a Trekkie nerd. I haven't watched Star Trek since The Next Generation. But his entire premise was that the world had gone through World War III, and through that process of almost decimating ourselves as a human race, and then the visiting of the Vulcans, who were this, advanced alien race, we all realized that there's much more to life than what Jeff was describing. The human need to constantly pound and pound and pound and create conflict and get ahead. And so you do everything that you do because it calls to you. You still serve. That's what Star Trek was all about. You still do art. You still do things that matter to you. There's no money. There's no money in Star Trek, which bothers a lot of. And look, I'm a capitalist. I'm a big capitalist. But it's like you can separate and go, oh, 23rd century, there's no money. Nobody's striving for that. But even in Star Trek, there's evil people, evil races, things that have to be dealt with.
I think
there's no euphoria ever that we can imagine.
Yeah, and I think giving anyone that is worried about things being, the world's going to end, I think that taking the attitude that, one, like you said, it's not going anywhere. People use it, or everyone's going to be using it soon in one way or the other. But the other thing, it does help the general population more than a lot of other people. You have the ability for one person to do the job of two or three, and gives them the ability to do a little bit more, to compete a little bit more in the marketplace, to pull their vision a little bit more if they're artistic or whatever they're doing. So it gives you a little bit more of a hope to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. Because right now, especially with things the way they cost and regulations, especially here in California, it's hard to do this. But with 1, 2, 3 people, 4 people, you need the help. So I always say take as much advantage of it as you can, because it's there for everyone.
The thing I mention a lot on this show, and I always use with the doubters, is I always go to medical. This is where, because first of all, it's relatable. People can actually go, okay, I understand how that works. And the breakthroughs that AI is making in the health industry is extraordinary.
Right.
The way that AI is figuring out how to predict you're prone to this cancer. Oh, we were just talking last week about some trial that AI ran to figure out, okay, well, this drug won't work on you if you do get prostate cancer, which you're prone to have, so we're going to give you a different drug. I mean, it's just incredible. And that a lot of times gets people to go, okay. But then the paranoia kicks in and goes, yeah, but where will it be misused? I'm like, I don't know.
And then what happens to all our doctors? All of our doctors are all going to be robots now?
I mean, like I
Don't
said,
know.
they're machines.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff that we interact with on a daily basis is already machines. Doctors already put numbers into a machine. These are just going to probably get better numbers or better results back.
And I blame Hollywood for it because a lot of people just go immediately to the whole Skynet thing with Terminator. They think that they're going to have ill intentions and they're just going to destroy us all, that they're just going to take over and they're going to be like, oh, the human race isn't worth living here anymore. We're a superior being. Goodbye, human race.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I mean, it's kind of like between that and then also, are we not going to have doctors anymore? The answer is, I don't know. You don't know. None of us knows. So let's see how this plays out. And by the way, if it's not like Skynet and the AI decides we're not supposed to be here, guess what? There will be humans that are here that will misappropriate AI and say people that look like that or people that believe that shouldn't be here, and they will try to weaponize AI that way. So you're not getting away from the negative side of it. And there was an article yesterday. It was a little bit too mundane for me to use for the show, but they're actually talking about, and they got a name for it. It's like health tracking or something like that, to where you can kind of cut part of your doctor out of it. You still go to your doctor eventually, but you use AI through a company that charges you, I forget the fee, it's a few $100s, but they give you an order and you go get your blood work done, and then AI gives you all the results and you have the results. You go to your doctor and say, this is what AI says, what do you think? And you can decide, okay, I like the human better, he's smarter. Or you can go, you're an idiot because you don't want to listen to AI, so I'm going to go find a better doctor. So that's out there. And that's what this article is, but a lot of do it at yourself at home. There's a wave of AI-powered smart toilet health trackers that have hit the market.
Oh, no, I don't want that.
Yes.
I know it's
Yes.
going to be bad.
They analyze pee and poop to deliver personalized insights on hydration, nutrition, gut health, and more. Look, y'all walking around getting your prebiotic, probiotic, your health watch, all this, your ring, your little health ring. Well, why not spend some of that 416 days of your life on average that you're in the bathroom and use AI to learn a little something about yourself? Urine and stool are some of the oldest biomarkers in medicine. But in an era where smartwatches and other wearables track everything from heart rate to sleep cycles, the toilet has been left out. No more. Leaving the toilet behind. Developers say that monitoring waste over time will reveal patterns tied to dehydration, food sensitivities, and digestive issues, and even flag chronic conditions like diabetes or kidney disease.
Okay,
It takes a lot to get a poop sample from your doctor, or for your doctor to say you need to poo. Blood work, they're doing that all the time. These guys are saying we should be looking to poo.
Okay, I see the more advanced things, but I mean, like, I feel like it's easy to track your health with looking at your waist anyways. I know that when my number one is like darker colors, it's that I know I'm dehydrated. I know I need to drink water. I know if I've got the runs and it's squirting everywhere, I know I need to eat more fiber, and I'm probably not feeling great, or I put something bad in my stomach. I don't need the AI telling me. I already know my situation.
See, this is where I always tell people, because they give me scenarios like this, and I go, if you're already and you're doing the same thing that most people do, right, through observation, they provide an analytical, say, this is what's going on. I can see that it's darker, blah blah blah. But wouldn't you want to just know a little bit more if you could? You're already doing the observation, so you're already paying attention
I'm gonna be
to it.
scared, and it's gonna be like, listen, Kyle, if you don't do this, you're gonna develop this type of cancer. And I'm gonna be like, God damn it.
No, they're nice.
Jeff,
These
Jeff,
bots are nice.
Jeff, you're talking to a guy who revealed earlier this week doesn't want to have a thing
Right,
removed
that's
because he
true.
might have skin cancer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, but that's the thing is, like, so Kyle, right? That's the normal thing if you care at all. You occasionally look at your pee or your poo and you go, ooh, that coloring's off. I didn't take vitamins. I'm dehydrated. Like, your pee's orange and you didn't take a bunch of vitamin B. Those kind of things. All the poo things that Kyle described, but the deeper stuff, which Kyle kind of acknowledged there. AI saying, well, we can also tell you based on your poo that you're prone to kidney disease. I can't tell that by looking at my poo.
Yeah, and that's just the information I don't want to hear. It's going to happen. It's just that, no one wants to hear it.
I mean, I get it.
But the idea
It's gonna
here
ruin
is,
my day.
but the idea is not like the doctor thing. I'm going to take a biopsy and I'm going to tell you have stage 1 skin cancer. We can treat it, but you have it. The idea here is it tells you you're prone. You don't have kidney disease, but you're prone to it. So make these changes and you'll never get it. That's good.
I guess.
At least for me, I like things like that. I like, small adjustments to my day-to-day that makes me get a little bit better.
Colorectal cancer, colon cancer, colorectal cancer is rising among young adults, and nobody can figure out why. This has been a big story for the last 5 or 10 years. That colon cancer, it's like that's why you don't get a colonoscopy until you're like 50, unless you're high risk. Because it's rising with people under 30. And so they're working on making awareness of early warning signs, including changes in poop, more important than ever. So you're in your late 20s, you see changes in your poop, you think, oh, it's just because I was partying. Maybe you have colorectal cancer. Why don't we let AI check it out? Or you're prone to getting it. Turning your bathroom break into an at-home wellness check does come with a price. These gadgets are hundreds of dollars, and they often require ongoing subscription fees. Okay, well, how much are you spending on, I don't know, copays and insurance and labs, and how much do you really care? I think Kyle doesn't, so he's not going to spend it.
I don't want it. I'm going to be really upset if I go somewhere there's an AI toilet and I go and it tells me some bad news. I'm like, damn it, my day's just ruined now.
Well, I would hope you'd have to opt into that. That seems something like
there should be an on-off switch on those toilets. Do I want AI to tell me about my poo today? No.
Yeah, right. I mean, right now this is something you can order at home. Well, what's to stop human doctors from saying, "Hey, I've got to get on this AI train," and installing it at their offices? But they say to you, "Hey, look, I don't have to send you to Quest or a lab or whatever. You just got to go take a shit in this bathroom." The one here with the AI robot on the door, and it'll tell me everything. So you can always say, no, don't want to do that.
I guess this would be good for parents who have like teenagers and they're worried about them doing drugs like my parents were. Maybe you can have the AI drug test your kids.
Where is that?
And be like, that's already. Guess what? Kyle was caught smoking pot. There's pot in his system.
That seems like a natural product. I can't believe that's not out there already.
I mean,
so here's how it works.
Oh, they do.
It turns your toilet into a mini urine lab or poop lab, depending on what you get, and you clip it to the front of your toilet bowl, and then it collects a sample, analyzed by tiny sensors, and the data then generates insights on 4 biomarkers tied to hydration, metabolism, and diet, and sends results to the app within minutes, and then the app has a digital health coach that'll offer suggestions to improve your numbers, like eat more fruits or vegetables, take this supplement, et cetera, et cetera. It's like $450 for these devices to put in your toilet, but then you have to subscribe for $99 a year to actually get the information and keep it coming. And you can get them to only monitor pee or pee and poo, and the data. And Jeff, you were talking about how with like the Luna, the robot that's running this retail store, she had to have certain things programmed into her.
Sure.
So that she could understand, I'm running a business, right? So this data is processed by a physician-trained algorithm, and insights are sent to the app, and then they're broken into the 4 categories of gut health, hydration, flow health, and bathroom habits. Like Luna wouldn't be able to do this, right? Because Luna hasn't been taught.
It's got to be programmed. I use it. We call them modules or models. So, but I guess I used a example before with the Matrix, when like they're plugging in new skill sets. Now he knows karate. Like now he knows how to fire weapons and has all the, he could fly a helicopter. It's kind of the same thing. They have these models that they build and they're able to kind of let them access them pretty much.
Oh, when did those come? I want that so bad.
For the brain? I'm not sure about the brain yet. Yeah. I was thinking about just for the robots.
RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com.
Longtime maggots will remember Greg from MAP, MAP, as in maximum athletic performance, which guides you to better output through better ingredients, also known as nutrition. Greg has been on the RAD show many times and will be again, as he simplifies nutrition and helps us all understand what actually works when it comes to fueling our bodies, almost all of which can be found at maptrition.com. Every product is formulated with clinical precision and backed by science and purpose, and maptrition.com has something for every fitness level, even those of us who barely have a fitness level. With nearly 20 years as a nutritionist and a specialization in sports nutrition, Greg works with athletes and everyday individuals to optimize performance, energy, and overall health through smarter fueling strategies, all of which starts at maptrition.com. At the very least, we should all be taking daily multivitamins, and Greg has his formulated for exactly what a man or woman's body needs. Protein is in, but maybe instead of getting yours from mac and cheese with extra protein, you get it from maptrition.com. And of course, all things workout, training, and exercise are available as well. From pre-workout to creatine and other muscle builders to recovery supplements and more, all at maptrition.com. From morning breakfast essentials to post-workout recovery and everything in between, maptrition.com's full range of supplements, proteins, and wellness products are built to power your journey from start to finish. Check out all the products and find what's right for you and order it shipped to you all at maptrition.com. That's maptrition.com. Longtime advertiser Sue Berry, that's Berry with an A, is more important now than ever. Sue and her team have been serving Northern Nevada and the outlying areas for 30 years, and her experience in both commercial and residential lending is vital, as every day we're bombarded with news of interest rates, the market, the economy, and a bunch of other stuff that Sue can actually make sense of while everyone else's eyes glaze over. Now remember, it's Sue Berry with an A, B-A-R-R-Y, SueBerry.com. Most people think berry is spelled like a fruit or Halle Berry, but no, it's Sue Berry with an A, like soul singer Barry White's first name.
I've heard people say,
Stop that. Sue is a broker versus a retail lender, which means she can shop over 150 different lenders to get you the very best rate possible. And on average, someone who uses a broker like Sue saves over $10,000 per loan, which includes refinancing. And if you have a rate at 6.5% or higher, call Sue for a free quote now on a refinance. Sue Berry and her incredible team from Barrett Financial can be found at SueBerry.com. That's Berry with an A. I've been working with Sue and recommending her to you for years. All you need to do is call her now so she can get you pre-approved. Just call your residential and commercial lending expert, Sue Berry, at 775-843-9983. Oh, Rob, stop. You're going too fast. What was the number again? 775-843-9983. Or just head to SueBerry.com. The number's right there. Berry is B-A-R-R-Y. Sue Berry with an A.com. That's Sue Berry, B-A-R-R-Y.com. SueBerry.com.
Disclaimer, Sue Berry, NMLS number 366040. Barrett Financial Group, LLC, NMLS number 181106, Nevada 5091, Equal Housing Opportunity.
And now, more words of wisdom from Kyle. It's only a crime if you get caught. While technically an act that violates the law is still legally considered a crime, regardless of whether the perpetrator is caught or punished. But who am I to quibble with the almighty Kyle? Shouldn't he be drinking the pus from a boil on a goat's ass right now? This is America's RAD Cast on the radnetwork.com.
I got an email here to RAD Cast at the radnetwork.com. This actually goes back to something we were talking about earlier this morning. We were talking about TikTok trends and social media trends. I'll read that in a second. I was just looking over for tomorrow. Speaking of trends and tech, we were talking about digital detoxing, unplugging, etc. There's a new trend where young people are forcing themselves to do that. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Jeff, you're kind of new to this schedule of getting up super early in the morning. Have you embraced napping yet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
In
definitely.
the afternoon, like after naps.
Yeah, I mean, it's my favorite when I could do it right away. I mean, like today I won't be able to, but if I can get a couple naps in a week, I'll feel pretty good about it. And I'm talking about like 2-hour naps. So
God.
Yeah, it was kind of long.
There's a new study about naps that just came out, which, these studies, they're good, they're bad. It's like coffee and eggs, the good, bad. So I gotta read through it. And then we do, that's another thing, is how long is your nap, and does it refresh you? Does it make you more tired, etc.? So we got all that and more for tomorrow. This email that came in is from Greg.
Hi, Greg.
He was talking about, so TikTok, TikTok's where you go for your health and your diet, like eat clay pots or run up hills with butter and churn it or something like that, or go on a runcation. These are all today's topics. Yes, that's a vacation where you run. And also, I know. And then there's relationship advice, and the bird theory is huge. It's exploded. In fact, Google says, what do they say? It's tripled, or it's the most, whatever. Everybody's Googling the bird theory. It's very simple. You're supposed to say to your significant other, new relationship, long-term relationship, doesn't matter, I saw a bird today, like that, with a little bit of enthusiasm. And Jeff had a great reaction. Jeff's like leaning forward, like, and? And?
I'm excited.
Why would you say that? Because the idea is you say, I saw a bird today. And if the other person like ignores you, doesn't engage with you, dismisses you, your relationship's over. You have no chance. Anything else that's engagement means you're good. So Jeff waiting is like the middle ground. It's like, well, you're not engaging me, but you haven't dismissed me. So I'm not sure where that lands.
I think I'm engaging, but I'm gonna be pretty dismissive if that's all you got.
So we did a little role play earlier. So I saw a bird today, and you're gonna wait, and then are you gonna eventually say, and?
Yeah, or maybe
because
like, okay,
you're waiting. Yeah, see, now that's dismissive.
and go back to what I was doing, which is always probably something. I mean, like I'm always working or sitting doing. I mean, never like just sitting there, you know. So I'm like, you distracted me for this amount of time. I'll take it.
Right.
Until
and that's interesting too, because if you say like and the response is, well, it's a thing I saw online. You were supposed to ask me what kind of bird. It's like, what kind of mind fuckery is this?
Somebody's insecure is what that is. This is being the insecure women, and that's all that's going on.
Yeah.
Is he really like me? I don't know. He brings me flowers all the time, but you know, he said something. I'm just gonna find out. Do the bird question, and then that's gonna be the answer.
I saw a bird today, and ideally, God, in this trend, the other person says, "What kind of bird?" or "What made that so special?" Which is kind of like a nicer version of Jeff's, which is Jeff's just looking at you like, so you and. Well, you know what about the bird? But ideally, it's like, oh, what color was it? What was it doing? And you're really engaged. The premise is your significant other, if they're going to be for a long time, should care a little bit about the stuff you care about, even if it's really boring to them. They don't have to do it. They don't have to engage in it, but they should care a little bit. Like you come home from playing a round of golf. Your wife couldn't care less about golf, but they at least say, hey, babe, how'd you shoot? You know, just anything. Not like, here's the list of everything you have to do. Now you've been out golfing for 4 hours. Something like that. Okay, so I'm not defending the theory. But Greg wrote in and he said, be very careful when answering the I saw a bird today question. My wife found it online and asked me this a couple weeks ago.
Oh, God.
I was confused.
I'm so sorry.
So I did what I always do. I was a smartass.
Yes.
Immediately after hearing the question, I looked up. So she's, I saw a bird today. I looked up and I said, well, that's nice. Here's 2 more. And I flipped her off with both hands.
That's beautiful.
That's engaging, though.
Yeah.
So I think
that sounds like engaging. A very healthy relationship. He's comfortable enough to do that with her. That's beautiful.
And she should know he's always a smartass. You know, they're married. But her response was, and he wrote, without skipping a beat, she said, well, it's a good thing you have 2 hands because you're going to need them. And Greg says, needless to say, it's been a little cold here at the house.
Oh my God, she was already planning on leaving. That bitch. She was looking for an excuse.
That's it, Greg. If you weren't sure yet, Kyle has just let you know. That's it. The marriage is over.
It is. Good luck with your hands.
Attorneys. We'll be back tomorrow.
Okay, that does it. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Talking poo is where I draw the line. Go on and go home, you fat chicken.
Bye, diddly eye. So long.
God bless you.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye, Homer.
Take care.
Adios.
So long.
Very well.
Yar.
Bon voyage.
Toodle-oo.
So long.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ta.
Bye, everybody.
Sayonara, dude.
So long.
Bye-bye now. Bye.
See ya. Bye. Bye-bye. So long, Stink Town.
Well, goodbye. And don't think it hasn't been a little slight.